as the heavens burn. So, have you learned aught more of the final days? Boy, howdy have I! Boy, howdy! Then the journey was well worth the risk. No doubt your newfound knowledge will be a great boon to us all. Unfortunately, during your time on the First, events have taken a turn for the worse. The Scions are running themselves ragged trying to contain the spread of blasphemies, but it's a losing battle. To try and ascertain the where and why of it, Alize and Alphino have been traveling all over. Of all the regions they've visited, Locus Aminus is one of the worst affected. Thancred, Estinian, and Graha took a detachment of allied soldiers there to offer aid and succor to those in need. But the province is vast. They only managed to visit a handful of coastal villages. It was an accomplishment worth celebrating still, but a drop in the bucket at least. In the meantime, Y'shtola and Master Matoya have been making a concerted effort to establish contact with Heidelin in the Ethereal Sea, but to no avail. As for Tataru and I, we've been keeping a close eye on the Forum. From what we gather, they've been constructing a vessel to ferry people to the moon, an ambitious project that has likely been years, if not decades, in the making. However, since we've seen no sign of it thus far, I suspect it's still incomplete. You will also recall the proposal issued by Master Fortunal to the people of Razat Han. Following their discussion, Ritra declared a support for the plan and urged those who wish to evacuate to accept the Forum's invitation. So far, so good, but that's where things get a little strange. Apparently, the Forum caught wind of the lunar teleporter in the Tower of Babel and decided to use it to deliver people to the moon instead of their mysterious ship. Therefore, to secure safe passage for the Hanish refugees to the tower, Alphino, Alize, Estinian, and Graha traveled to Garlemald not long ago. Trouble is, the capital was hardly the safest place to begin with, and now the final days have come to Garlemald. Shortly after our friends arrived, they were sent to rendezvous with Master Fortunal. Then panic broke out and our communications were severed. From what fragments we were able to make out before the link shell went completely silent, we can only assume the phenomenon has spread to the capital. The others need you, Evangeline. Please, you must help them. Uh-oh. Empire's haunted. Having you there will make all the difference, I'm sure of it. Camp Broken Glass was their first port of call, so you'd better start there. Hopefully, Lucia will know where they are. There's no telling what you'll be walking into, so you had best take every possible precaution. Empire's haunted. So, this place is just gonna be on fucking fire, huh? Like fire on fire, yeah? Uh-huh. Yeah? Wow, nice music for, the sky being on fire. Apocalypse. Now's a good time for a break. Ugh. I have to cook after all that. Oh, there's a solo instance! Oh my god. Ah, hell. You also just passed the 6-hour mark. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be really difficult for me to pull myself away from this, though. Holy shit, this is difficult to pull myself away from. Hang on. Hang on. I'm gonna mute for a second. Give me a second. I'm gonna talk to Beth. Okay, Beth is gonna put buns in the steamer, and I'm gonna keep going for like 40 minutes, 40-ish minutes. That's how long I'm gonna keep going. And then we'll be finishing this tomorrow. Evangeline, and not a moment too soon. The skies over Garlemald are ablaze, but it's events on the ground that concern me. As you will have heard, your fellow Scions arrived ahead of you. We cut the customary greeting short after we received word from our troops on the Magna Glacies that the Forum's airship had landed. It was then that the heavens began to burn. I dispatched your friends at once to ensure the refugees come to no harm. I would have you join them immediately. Additional support is en route, but we would discuss them later. I trust you are ready to depart. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This is probably the final events of the night here. Earlier on the Magna Glacie. Hell. Yeah, literally hell.
No.
Everyone's mega dead.
No. We were promised an escape. Not the same doom we fled.
Oh.
I shall not meet my final days here in this blasted waste.
Why didn't you finish
Calm
your
yourselves. Your panic is our greatest enemy.
boat? They're being chased down by eldritch monsters. They're just like, calm
we
down.
must build a line of defense.
Calm down, man. Calm down, man. Dude, calm down.
How?
Leave
Yeah,
the
your
fighting
son's
to us,
cooler
Father.
than you.
You must lead the people to safety.
Your son is cooler than you. Oh shit, I'm gonna have to play as these two, aren't I?
I can handle this pair. You?
Shall tend to the refugees. Let us be about it.
As you wish, my little lord.
Shut up. Alright, we're playing as Alphino. Uh-oh, I don't know how to play Sage. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I'll command the beast's attention. See to the wounded.
Help is at hand.
Okay. There you go, all better. Okay. Oh, it's so
Leave it
cool!
to me.
There's a lot going on! Here, let me heal you up. Okay. No, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Oh, they're not okay. Oh, they're bad. Shit! Come on, man! Oh, there's so many shapes!
Those who can stand, come with me.
The sounds are so good. Oh, here.
Easy now. Deep breaths.
You're okay now? Alphino, quickly! Administer therapy!
You're safe now.
Therapeutic alpha no. Now
Worry
what the
not for
hell am I doing?
refugees, but for yourself, boy.
What are we doing? What are we doing? Estinian, oi, oi, oi. You're gonna... There you go. Okay, here we go. I can't wait to try out Sage at some point, too. Ooh. Here you go. Yeah, okay, okay. There we go, okay. What do I do about this exactly? Oh, we stack, okay. Okay, oh no! Oh man! I'm healing you as hard as I can, man! Okay, we good, okay, we good. Oh, petrifaction! Oh, we don't want that. There we go. Oh, you're gonna want some of this, you're gonna want some of this. Yeah, there we go. I think I'm getting the hang of it. There you go, okay.
They fight hard, but not hard enough.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot going on there. That's a lot of damage. Okay. Ooh, ow, 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 ow. Okay, one more.
Someone, please!
What?
Oh, the eye! Yeah, literally like eldritch horrors going on here.
Don't. I don't want to die.
Oh shit! Is that the tent?
Forward! Let not a single fiend escape!
Yeah, Euless! Fuck yeah, Euless!
Wait, that's... Euless and the army. So, you've recovered then?
Character arc, redemption arc,
Time
hell
enough
yes!
to be of aid. For once. We can speak of it more later. For now, we must fight! To repay your salvation in kind, or with better! For Garlemald has her pride!
Hell yeah, man! You go out there with your gun sword.
Of that I've no doubt.
Good gods. Of all possible saviors, the Imperial Army.
Yeah, deal with it. We're cooler than you.
Oh,
The Scorch, motherfucker!
I had hoped to take all of them down at once.
think a withdrawal might be in order?
No, more killing.
Oh, sod that. You know who would never abandon these people to their fate.
Who's
To be
that supposed to
devoured
be?
by their former friends. That'd be beyond cruel. These beasts must fall here and now.
Well then, I'd say it's high time we threw caution to the winds.
Oh, whoops. Ah, I hit my microphone.
So long as you spare me the heroic sacrifices.
That's all
Now,
Graha's good for.
Let's go!
Okay, red mage time! Wait, wait, okay. Do I want to use this? Okay, there we go. I'm just using this button over and over again. Okay. I don't think I'm too much of a fan of these roleplay missions here. They're fun for a bit, but sometimes they really outstay their welcome. But this is fine, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh, break! Damn.
I'm fine.
What's this then? Oh, wait. Oh, I'm not fine. I'm hurt. Oh, I'm hurting. Oh, cool. Thanks for the cure, too. Oh, shit.
Not today.
Ow. Oh, stop it with the Black Death! I don't know which combo does more damage. Oh, it's got a cooldown. Okay, I get it now. Oh, whoops. Okay. Oh! Black Star, that's not good.
I'm not done yet.
Hey, Graha, you want to give me a little bit cure? Yeah, okay, cool. That's better.
Nothing to worry about.
Uh-oh. Ow, ow, ow.
The air crackles with energy. Find cover.
Oh, 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 oh. Okay. Oh my god.
As they say, turnabout's fair play.
Vermilion pledge. Oh, you get to do that with one LB bar? Damn, okay. Oh, there's more! Holy shit! Why is she so strong? It's got leopard print.
There's not the barest trace of ether. Maybe there really is no way to bring them back. Thank you for saving our lives once again. I remember you from Purusha. You helped us there too, didn't you?
Probably.
Ah, you're from Palaka's stand. I'm glad you're still in one piece. Or you will be, once I see to that injury of yours.
Look out!
Oh no, another one! Oh hey, this is that scene from the trailer. Oh, instead it's Graha instead of Meteor.
Get out of here! Quickly!
It is literally the same. He just went Paladin.
I won't lose them. Not a one. This will be a brighter future. I won't let a madman's apocalypse ruin everything we've fought to achieve.
Oh, he's mad. Oh, Catboy's mad. Catboy's so mad his his lip syncing isn't really working.
Get it together, Alize. You're embarrassing yourself. And in front of Father, no less. You might never measure up to our champion. But we ask too much of her as it is. You mustn't let our sword in the darkness fight alone.
Oh, Eve's showing up. Don't worry about her. Ah, yeah! Speak of the devil. There she is. Hey, Eve, you might want to go a little faster. Shit's fucked. Empire's haunted.
Oh.
This is precisely why you should never skip your squat regimen. Damn it, Alize!
I can look after myself, you know.
No, you can't. Get over here.
Everything's in order, I trust?
Murder time. Big thank you.
Come on!
Big thank you to this thing for waiting around until the dramatic walking onto the set happened. Big thank you for this thing's patience. In the coming battle, you will fight as Evangeline Void Knife. Fancy that. The main character. She's the main character. This is fucking triumphant. I love this. Ow. Deadly impact. Whoa. There we go.
Just the beginning.
Ah! Oh. Another one!
I had a feeling I'd find you here.
Oh, you guys are here too. Nice. Oh, the gang's
This
back
should be the last of
together!
the worst troublemakers. With me!
The gang's here! The gang's all here! Hey, Alphino, this kind of fucking hurts. Do I really gotta use my cooldowns in the solo instance? Whoa, what the fuck is this shit? Oh, here, okay. Hey, stop that! That was a weird mechanic.
On your feet.
This thing's got a lot of health. Wait. Okay. Yeah, this is cool as fuck. This is cool as fuck.
Leave the healing to me.
Oh shit. Ow.
I'm in your debt.
Where's Stola? Where's Stola at? Oh shit. I don't know where we're going.
Now, where were we?
Oof. Go. Yeah, it turns out fighting as Eve is the most fun after all, huh? Somehow, for some reason. And done.
You must board without delay. The ship will depart ere long.
But there is a ship after all, then.
Your offer to host us in Sharlayan is most appreciated. But will the final days not soon fall upon it as well?
Your hesitation is not unwarranted. The satrap entrusted me with your lives, yet I have failed your comrades. Nor are you wrong to fear that this corruption will continue to spread. I cannot promise you complete safety, even in my homeland. What I can promise is that I will do all in my power to protect you.
You haven't been doing shit.
That power is not inconsiderable. Even now, my countrymen are preparing the vessel that will deliver us to a sanctuary on the moon. Join us on our journey there, and beyond, to new horizons. Come to old Sharlayan. Please.
Where we're gonna hijack the moon to go to the edge of the universe. To go fight a bird girl that's still in her hot topic phase. Well, she's really into that
We'd be
phase.
fools to refuse such a generous offer made in earnest.
Seems they've a new destination.
The people of Radzat-Han have known too much suffering. The march to Garlemald will only bring them more, short though it may be.
I quite agree. Fortunately, they have you to look after them.
Yes. Well.
Behind you! Just there!
Ah. Oh, big boy. Big boy!
More of them.
Oh? What? What the
Xenos!
fuck? Dude, I do not have time for your bullshit.
You'll be alright. Hurry to the airship.
Dude, we do not have the time for this shit. We are preoccupied.
Why have you come?
A heretofore unseen beast. 'Twas ripe for the slaying.
Xenos Viator Galvus. You see that shit?
Poor sport, alas. Unfit to temper my blade.
Oh, for the love of... You cannot still be on about a rematch.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Get out of here.
That is and has ever been my sole concern.
You are such a bitch.
You, on the other hand, are fixated on a different quarry.
Yeah, Bird Girl. Edge of the universe.
Your passion pales before mine. Yet neither hate nor despair seem sufficient to recapture your misdirected bloodlust.
Sir, I just want you to fuck off. Oh no. Don't join the party.
So, I hone my blade, and I wait.
Okay, go away.
That's it. That's all you care about.
Yeah, that's his thing. That's his thing. Don't worry about it. That's his thing.
Garlemald is in ruins. Our homeland, the nation you rule, is as good as gone.
Finally, someone
Along
talk
with
some
so
shit to
many
him.
of its people, not just soldiers like us, not only those who fought and killed for power and duty. Innocent civilians. Murdered by their own flesh and blood. Lost and confused as they breathed their last.
Finally,
While we who
someone
survived with our
talk shit
lives
to
and
him.
minds intact were left to freeze to death. The Eorzeans tell me all this was your doing. You slaughtered your countrymen. You did. For what?
For nothing, in the end. So much wasted.
He doesn't give a fuck.
You.
He doesn't give a good goddamn.
You bastard!
For your own sake, Eulus, you must control your anger. It will serve no one should it consume you and see you transformed.
Hey, why isn't Xenos transformed? He's like a pit of rage at all times.
Would you be happier had I a good reason?
What?
If my motives met with your approval, would you no longer resent the outcome?
Sorry, I am just murder horny for a cat girl.
If so, then perhaps a beast's skin would suit you better. Duty, honor, morality. All constructs of convenience when put to proof. Surely the war taught you how easily power becomes the tool of the self-righteous. How the people's justice was merely a means to their ends. Yet you would ask me why. Ask any creature of this star and those above for answers, and they will tell you what suits their fancy.
I heard something like that back in Elpis.
And they would be right to do so. What meaning there is to be found in the petty vicissitudes of your existence must be gleaned by you, and you alone. Should you seek it in battle in the fruitless pursuit of my demise, then come. Assume your rightful place as a notch on my blade.
You really shouldn't do that. You really shouldn't do that.
You are a blight on the Garlean race, and there would be no more satisfying way to expunge it than by beating you to death.
You really can't do that, man.
But I will not be party to another tragedy. I refuse to lose anyone else because of you. So go. Go! And may we never suffer your madness again!
Oh no, he'll be back. He's always back. He's always back.
Xenos!
He's like bad Taco Bell, always right back at you.
Perhaps you found meaning in living this way. I cannot deny you found strength. Yet if you only pursue your hedonistic pleasures and pay no heed to the plight of others, then no one will give you the time of day.
Lisa believe.
You will never get what you want. Not even the battle you pine for so dearly. You'll be alone for an eternity, and you'll deserve every agonizing second of it.
Fuck yeah, Alizé. Tell him! Oh well. Where is he going?
We're ready to depart. The refugee ships will be leaving shortly, but I've asked mine to remain for the time being. There's room enough for you to join me on it, if you wish.
Yeah, we teleport.
Do contain your surprise. I needn't agree with the Scion's methods or intentions to acknowledge that their deeds are deserving of gratitude.
We appreciate the offer. But might I ask why you are delaying your departure? I presume it is not solely for our benefit.
I must visit Garlemald ere we return to Sharlayan. Having caused such an uproar, 'tis only meet that I explain myself to the Ilzabard contingent.
Allow us to accompany you then. We should be glad to facilitate, given our familiarity with all concerned. If you would like to join as well, Eulus, we can speak of recent events on the way.
Hey, by the way, I gotta tell y'all about the Unsundered World.
He'll be after your seat on the forum next.
He's already stolen your Glocks. Well, that was a lot. To see Zeno standing there so uncaring and unrepentant. Gods, I don't know what came over me. I just blurted out the first things that came to mind. But looking back on it, I stand by those words. I would say I hope they won't incite him to further villainy, but to be honest, I doubt he even remembers what I said. Anyway, enough about all that. It's good to see you again. Hey, Past's haunted. Past's haunted.
No major injuries then. Good. I briefed the recovered soldiers and sent them on their way as quickly as I could, but nevertheless feared they would not make it in time.
The additional support was invaluable. Your men saved more than a few lives. Though not all, I regret to say.
I take it that I'm addressing Lucia Junius. I'm the Forum's envoy, Fortuneau Leveilleur. And you are owed an explanation for these most dire developments.
Moon. That's it. That's the entire explanation. Moon.
Another trial wrought by the final days. I was beginning to suspect as much. You doubtless feel some consternation having been forced to abandon your original plan. But trust me when I say you were right to send the refugees elsewhere. Beasts have been sighted within the capital. Perhaps it was a stroke of grim fortune that the population was decimated beforehand, as they've yet to appear in any great number, but in time. In any case, Maxima leads the remainder of the contingent in an effort to cull the creatures and evacuate the populace as we speak.
Who was even left?
Once the airships have taken to the skies, I pray your men can be persuaded to join him.
You'll permit us to retain our weapons?
I wouldn't have sent you after the Scions were I expecting you to stab them in the back.
And I, for one, would not consider past transgressions more relevant than future contributions. Regardless of the circumstances that saw us at odds before, we need men of courage now. More than ever.
You're a good egg. Even if at first I thought you were Seymour.
We swore to defend Garlemald. And so we shall.
It seems you have everything under control. You will excuse me then, for mine own duties await.
A moment, Master Fortuneau. You did desire to express your appreciation for services rendered, did you not?
I did. Though if you intend to again ask that Charlian alter its course, you will find my gratitude insufficient.
'Tis nothing so onerous. I wish to hear the details of this grand endeavor of yours.
Do you swear to listen and to learn, and not to embark upon some scheme to impede us?
I swear.
Hey, shouldn't Alizé be in on this too?
Any other, I would doubt. But you, I trust to keep your word. For not once have you broken it. Very well. I will request that the Forum make you privy to our plans. You may await our summons at the Baldessian Annex, assuming the decision is in your favor.
Does that suffice?
It does. You have my thanks.
Excellent. You can regale us with tales of your most recent sojourn to the First while we wait.
Oh boy, I got a lot to tell you guys. Holy shit. First thing to tell y'all, Hythlodeus is a real pretty boy.
Did you hear something just now?
Uh-oh. Huh? Benui? Why are you scary? Zombie bunny? That's pudding's work. Me too, buddy. Me too, buddy.
Where is this star's blasted pudding?
Hey, why did the rabbits come here? They came down here for pudding. Hey, how would you know about pudding? All you eat is carrots.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Leave it to Urianger to lead a
And to this
contingent
bitter
of
climb
bunnies
bring
and then
warmth
cite
and comfort.
poetry.
"'Tis heartening to see such an assembly upon my return. I thought often of you whilst I looked down upon our star's brilliance from the moon above.
Yes, but what are you doing here? And dressed like that? Aren't you cold?
Verily, I fear for my health should I proceed to expound upon our purpose ere I procure more suitable garments."
Just shivering. He's shivering. He's dying.
Then allow me to summarize. We're here because none of you lot are up there. Nor has anyone deigned to send word about any changes in the plans. It's rude, is what it is. At least that's what I thought at first, but then folks got to wondering if you weren't in a spot of bother, so we decided to take matters into our own hands.
Attack bunnies.
Come down here and help, if our help be needed. So she says, but it's also something of a convenient excuse to visit Etheris. Urianger made it sound absolutely marvelous. More so before the impending doom. But still.
Marvelous.
And it's not like there will ever be a better time. What with the aforementioned doom?
Doom.
Marvelous, they say, yet not an ounce of pudding to be found. I will suffer Urianger's inferior works no more.
Urianger is bad at making pudding. Lore confirmed.
Maybe consider the plight of present company before you go blathering on about pudding and doom?
Doom pudding.
Ahem. As I was saying, should you require any assistance with whatever, we are at your disposal. We were born from Hydaelyn's love for the lives of this star, so naturally we would much prefer to see them continue. Twiddling our thumbs up on the moon is hardly conducive to that, though, is it?
Hey, makes sense, huh? They have Vinot's eyes.
Aye, not when you've all got such precious thoughts and feelings and hopes for the future deserving of more active preservation. Speaking to Urianger made us realize that while we've carried out our duties to the letter, we've failed to fulfill them in spirit. From there, it was just a hop, skip, and a jump towards resolving to do better. So please, show us how. Help us help you.
How good are you with a sword? What the fuck?
Forgive me, but are they...
Thy distant collaborators, indeed.
Hail, fellow, well met. You'd be a member of the Forum, would you? It's an honor and a pleasure to meet you at last.
It's always a pleasure to meet a tiny bunny.
I'm Livingway, Hydaelyn's right paw. That last bit is very important. As am I, if I may humbly say so myself.
You are very important. Fuck. I breathed
bid you
wrong.
welcome to our star, Livingway. On behalf of the Forum, I thank you for traveling such a distance to meet us. As you have surmised, preparations for the Exodus have not proceeded as smoothly as we had hoped. I should be happy to personally escort you to our headquarters in Charlian, where you may advise us as you deem fit.
Well, at least he's diplomatic.
'Twas with reluctance that I set aside the great work of readying the moon for habitation. Be assured that I did so only after the Loperids made plain their earnest desire to come hither, and I myself felt a growing certainty that their contributions here would prove invaluable.
But where's Stola?
'Tis trite, perhaps, but
And Thancred.
I followed my heart.
Good to haveth you back.
For a time, at least. Nevertheless, 'twas worth the journey to find present company well.
Hey, when am I gonna tell everyone
Wilt thou attend us
that
at
I
the
went to the
Forum and
past?
lend thine own wisdom?
If that's all quite settled, can we start moving before Urianger catches his death? Even I'm freezing.
When are we
here.
going to hear the sound?
Oh, I dare say you'll warm up quickly once you're aboard the airship. Sat shoulder to shoulder with our fur-covered friends.
They're so fuzzy! God, they've been teleporting all over the fucking place here. I dare say Master Portional was as nonplussed as we to learn the identity of the Heidelin's lunar custodians. As he will soon discover, they have much and more to offer the Forum. Might I suggest we return to the Annex forthwith? We may yet have time to discuss thy recent adventures ere we are summoned to the Rostra. Yeah, holy shit, guys. Why am I here? What is this fucking place? Why am I here? Why'd you make me go all the way here? That specimen came from the moon? Oh, I bet that's a hunt quest. Yeah, okay. You... Alright, to the Baldesian Annex. There's like 20 different cutscenes these people could be watching. Oh, there's Thancred and Stola. Boy, do I have shit to tell you. Not that I'm complaining, Urianger, but I wasn't expecting to see you quite so soon. Nor I thee. In extolling the virtues of Atheris, I did inadvertently awaken in the Loperids a desire to avert our beloved star's demise. Prowl tells us you have obtained new knowledge that may aid us in our ongoing efforts. I have news to share regarding our study of the ethereal sea, but your findings are certain to be of greater interest, and so I would rather hear them first. To what revelations did Heidelin's Elpis flower lead? Oh, man! Holy shit! Oh boy! As I was saying before, first of all, Hythlodeus is very pretty. And this Dynamis is what drives the final days. If it and Akasha are one and the same, this all but proves Nidana's theory. We're an entity through sheer force of emotion to channel this vast dormant reservoir into a raging river. Its power might surpass even that of ether. But if our star is so replete with ether, said entity would need to be outside its influence to effectively manipulate the dynamics of this great expanse. Meteon, or rather the sorrow and suffering of fallen civilizations that she has been hoarding for millennia. Untold anguish and fear and hatred drawn from every corner of the universe, all for a single purpose, the destruction of Atheris. And our foe is no longer some unknowable calamity. We have but one aim, to defeat Meteon. You make it sound so simple, but you're not wrong. Vanquish Meteon and we deliver the world from the final days. But to even attempt it, there are two conditions. First, we must determine her location. Before Meteon escaped, an enchantment was placed upon her by Vanath, the woman who would become Hydaelyn. The implications of temporal magics are not entirely understood, and so we cannot assume that our hand, Hydaelyn, and the Vanath you met in Elpis are one and the same. Nevertheless, due to her intrinsic qualities as an all-powerful being, I'd wager that Hydaelyn possesses the knowledge we seek. Whether she would share that knowledge with us, however, remains to be seen. After all, she intends for us to flee Atheris, not to stay. Do you suppose she has abandoned her pursuit of Meteon? The Vanath I know would never give up. That's my impression too. Otherwise, she wouldn't have used me as a conduit for her will or provided clues such as the Elpis flower. I believe she has been waiting for mankind's answer to Hermes' question. So what's the second condition? We must find a means to reach Meteon. The moon! Naturally, our chosen method will depend entirely upon wheresoever she has made her nest. Then communing with Hydaelyn may by necessity come first. Did you and Master Matoya have any luck with your investigation into the Ethereal Sea? Sadly not. Though we enlisted the help of Arenvald and other Echo-blessed allies, we couldn't detect so much as a whisper from Hydaelyn, even from within the Anti-Tower. Master Matoya is of the opinion that in the years since abandoning it, the Forum has found some other method of receiving instructions from Hydaelyn. If so, it would most likely be some form of apparatus for observing the Ethereal Sea, built closer to home. Oh, that's at the lower level of the Labyrinthos. I'm guaranteeing it. Sorry to interrupt, we just received word from the Forum. Your presence is required in the Rostra, where they intend to discuss the Great Exodus. Then Father was able to persuade them. They're finally taking us seriously. Let's hear what they have to say. I'm betting you that the way they have to talk to Hydaelyn is in that lowest level of Labyrinthos. I think the Crystal Tower of the First is capable of such feats as sending one's soul into the distant past. The events you witnessed and helped shape may yet hold the key to forestalling the final days. I'm reminded of dear friends in a future Ion Maid, whose selfless efforts saw the 8th Umbral Calamity averted, in this timeline at least. Too much has been sacrificed for us to abandon Atheris now. Master Matoya has suspected for some time that the Forum has been constructing a new facility for the purpose of surveying the Ethereal Sea. Of course, as the custodian of the Anti-Tower, which would presumably be rendered obsolete as a result, she has a few things to say about that. Nothing that should be repeated in polite company, you understand. Okay, let's go. So, I want to go to the roster. That's right. Hey guys, universe is haunted by an edgy bird girl. The Forum is in session, and as such, the rostra is closed to visitors. Hell no, it's not. A scion of the 7th Dawn. Very well, you may wait in the corridor. Of course, entry will only be permitted on the condition you leave your armaments at the door. Lest you forget, this sacred institution holds rational discourse in the highest. The implements of war are expressly forbidden. No. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm walking into the debate chamber like this. Oh wow, we're waiting a while.
There is a matter I wish to raise with you before we enter. We are here to listen and to learn. But if the Forum's plans are more or less what I expect, then I should like to make a proposal that will serve our ends.
Moon.
By your leave, of course.
I don't see why not. Your words and wits have gotten us this far.
Use the moon to get to the edge of the universe.
Agreed. I will present our queries so that you may consider the most advantageous way to advance your proposal without distraction.
Thank you, everyone.
If I may have your attention, the ad hoc session will now commence. The purpose of today's assembly is to brief the Scions of the Seventh Dawn at their request on the Great Exodus. You may enter.
They took Eve's greatsword away. Can't take her claws away though.
On behalf of the Forum, I commend your heroic actions on the Magna Glacies. We shall not soon forget your service to us and the people of Radzadhan. The Satrap, whom we have informed of the refugees' new arrangements, sings your praises as well. As an expression of our gratitude, we will endeavor to answer your questions as fully and openly as we are able.
First question, where are you guys the worst?
Let us begin. First, it is the Forum's objective to ferry the life and knowledge of this star to the moon. Am I correct?
You are. It is for this purpose that Sharlayan has labored these many long years. We have collected biological samples and scientific records from across the star. When the time comes, they will be moved from their places in Labyrinthos and Numenon and conveyed to safety. Once that critical task has been accomplished, we will begin transporting the Sharlayan citizenry, which has been categorized into groups. The earliest arrivals are to ensure hospitable environs for those who come after. Following our people, we will send those of other nations in turn, beginning with our allies. Radzadhan was foremost among these, but since the final days have already come to Thavnair, we saw fit to include the refugees with earlier groupings.
An ambitious plan. You have accounted for the safety of all nations and tribes, then?
As many as we can.
Not everyone.
And how, pray tell, do you decide who to leave behind?
To journey beyond the sky is an unprecedented and immeasurably difficult endeavor. Introducing sources of inevitable conflict would condemn all to certain death.
Questions as to the validity of that approach aside,
He's
are
about
your
to
plans
play
proceeding
God, huh?
apace? We're under the impression that your primary means of celestial transportation is incomplete.
If only in that it does not meet our optimal parameters, that is correct. This Ark, as some have taken to calling it, is fully operational and could be launched even today. However, the final days have progressed more quickly than we anticipated. At present, the ship is incapable of attaining speeds sufficient to meet our evacuation targets. Should we put the vessel into service, as it is now, we will be unable to travel to the moon and back quickly enough to complete the necessary number of trips. Precious lives and knowledge will be lost.
Ship's not fast enough.
7 hells. Is there anything to be done?
The ether burner, the primary means of propulsion once the craft is in the space between stars, is undergoing testing to determine whether it can be made more efficient. Though cargo is being loaded for the initial phase of the Exodus, we are prepared to continue our experimentation up to the day before launch, should it prove necessary.
What if the Scions were to solve your problem?
How?
We shall help devise a means to improve the ether burner's efficiency, on 2 conditions. If we succeed, you must allow us to meet with Hydaelyn.
How the fuck are you gonna
Twas
figure
simple
this
enough to
out?
deduce. You have a Concord, and so you would never have abandoned the anti-tower had you no other means of communication. One far more convenient, I suspect.
The second condition, also to be met upon our success, is that we be permitted to propose another use for your Ark.
To go to the edge of the universe. Oh, we're gonna use their spaceship!
We would be at liberty to refuse this proposal.
Of course. If we cannot prove its merit to the 99 here, who are we to stake on it the lives of all peoples of this star?
I love this guy, the best old guy.
Oh, we couldn't have asked for a finer plan. Allow us to solve this complex engineering problem of which we were entirely unaware until moments ago. What could possibly go wrong? The satire writes itself. Yet, what field has not benefited from a change in perspective? When we are at wit's end, what we need is not the same dry theories recited ad nauseam, but fresh inspiration.
How the fuck are we gonna learn rocket science?
I, for one, have faith in my erstwhile students to provide it, and I find their terms to be perfectly acceptable.
Order! Order! We have no time to waste on debate. I call a vote. All in favor of agreeing to the Scion's terms?
Man, for anime court, this is tame. That unanimous? Yeah, this is looking unanimous.
71 in favor,
Oh.
28
Who are the
against.
28?
The ayes have it.
I'm gonna beat the shit out of all of them.
Fortuneau, as the architect of this project, you are the best candidate to show them its current state. And bear in mind that regardless of your personal misgivings, this is the will of the Forum.
Very well.
Hey, are we about to see a spaceship?
I call this session to a close. Return to your tasks with urgency. The final days wait for none.
In Ishgard, you just fight your way to a successful vote? Yeah. Yeah, I bet I could beat the shit out of everyone in that room. On my own! Sorry about letting the rest of you, letting the rest of you in on my plan. I was admittedly thinking on my feet for the most part. Since we require both a ways of communing with Hydaelyn and reaching Meteon, in the spirit of the moment, I saw involving ourselves with the completion of the Ark as a way to work towards both objectives simultaneously. However, we must first keep our end of the bargain by solving the problem of the ether burner. I'd like to think it is not a challenge beyond our combined expertise, or at least the expertise of our extended circle of associates. It might behoove us to learn how an ether burner actually works before we attempt to improve it, though. How about we learn some rocket science? How about rocket science? Oh, yep, I told you we're going back to Labyrinthos. As instructed, I shall take you to see the ether burner. Meet me outside the Archaean. I trust you can make your own way there. So the Ark is being built in Labyrinthos. Hardly surprising. Where else could they conceal such a massive undertaking? Yeah, I haven't been to any of this shit. Oh, has it been time? Okay. Well, this is a perfect place to leave off then. I don't even remember this place. This place was the very fucking beginning of the expansion. It has been so long. That's why there's level 88 fates here. Now I understand. Okay. That is it for tonight. As loath as I am to leave this behind, tomorrow we will finish Endwalker. Tomorrow will be the conclusion of Endwalker. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be fucked up. It's already been fucked up. It's gonna be fucked up. Probably. Alright, everyone. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a good night. Get ready for tomorrow, in which together we will all find out what the hell is going on. We're gonna fight Hot Topic. We're gonna fight Hot Topic. Alright, good night, everyone. Thank you for watching. See y'all later. Bye-bye. Now, let's close some tabs, get things set up. Lately, I've been setting up after starting stream, which is only a good idea. Let me put this on Twitter and such. What's that? Not right now. Okay. That's on Twitter. Phone in front of me for notifications. Put this on Discord as well. Go. Okay. Let's do this. Hi, Neck. Hey, Neck, have you finished the MSQ yet? For science? Oh, yes. Spaceship. I'm ready for spaceship. I'm ready to learn rocket science. Hell yeah. Look. Doesn't this scream the kind of girl that knows about rocket science? This isn't Eve's time to shine. This is Frey's time to shine. Our destination lies in the lower levels. The Forum, in its wisdom, has granted you access to the Archaean's lift. Step inside and have Ophaline take you to the medial circuit. Oh hey! This is that bitch custodian that snitched on us. This is that bitch custodian. Hey man! You are long overdue for an ass whooping. In accordance with Exodus Protocol, access to the Archaean and its related services has been suspended indefinitely. Your cooperation and understanding is appreciated. I understand nothing from you and will kill you. Hey, Ophaline. I like you better. You're cute. I like you better. Let me down there. You wish to use the lift, yes? Yes. We going. We have a rocket ship to build. We have an ether burner to learn what the hell it is. I have sent your associates ahead to Logisticon Alpha on the other side of Mariel Agronomics. What? Actually, there is something I've been meaning to— Yeah? Yeah? No, never mind. It can wait. Let us attend to the matter at hand. Oh no. Oh. You're too good to say you're sorry to the cat girl, huh? You're too good to say that you're sorry to the Void Cat. This will only lead to your untimely demise. Finally, we get this guy— These Aetherites. There's 2 whole Aetherites we haven't been able to get to. I like how seamlessly the Labyrinthos' music goes straight from strange math music to it is time to farm, get doing that do-si-do, milk the cow music. It goes straight to milk the cow music. Stardew Valley. What a pretty place. I still do love this place. Every single area in this X-Pack has been a winner. Every single one has been a winner. If I had to pick one that's been the weakest, I would say Thabner. Just because it's a little more normal than all the other ones, but it's still a very pretty map. It's still a very pretty map. Also, I saw a post earlier that very much describes my feelings about Endwalker, and that's how glad I am that Endwalker has the confidence to do really batshit insane 90s JRPG shit. That's good shit. I'm so glad they're doing that. Like, hell yes, make the final boss an emo bird girl that's singing the Song of Destruction from the corner of the universe. That's cool. Let's do that. We are to wait here while our father arranges for us to use the next lift. Here being Logisticon Alpha, where the atmospheric conditions of Labyrinthos are regulated. Water is drawn from underground and dispersed as vapor, stimulating the formation of artificial clouds and rain. By manipulating the temperature and air circulation, they are able to create the ideal environment for the growth and preservation of the biological samples kept here. Wow, can you imagine that at the beginning of ARR, people were like, what's a cell phone? Hold on, how do you know so much about it? My father brought me here as a child. What? And left me behind? You were too busy fighting things. Actually, you're the one who left me behind when you went off somewhere with grandfather. The night before, I'd been asking father how clouds are made, so he decided to show me. It was fascinating. I peppered him with questions the entire time. It's all too easy to take for granted the many interweaving aspects of the natural world, to grow inured to the wondrous. But having gained an understanding of the complex mechanisms employed by the Laporids in recreating a similar environment, I have come to view such processes in a new light. The subterranean gardens of Labyrinthos, the lunar prison forged to contain the ancient Zodiac, the habitations built for all mankind neath the moon's surface, each unique, yet undeniably similar. There's no mere coincidence. Oh, you learned how to do this shit from Banui. Ever since Hydaelyn unfolded to us the grim fate that awaits Aetheris, every essential resource we could spare has been delivered to Labyrinthos in preparation for the Great Exodus. But that is not all. It is also a testing ground for the technologies that will allow us to settle on distant stars. Oh, terraforming! Though the Labyrinthos have endeavored to make the moon inhabitable, that is not our final destination. Mankind must learn to propagate life where there is none, to thrive where all is barren. Yeah, good luck with that. All the other stars are dead. Taught by Midori. Alas, time is not on our side. I guess he wouldn't know that yet. I have arranged for you all to enter the central circuit. It is there that most of our preparations for the Great Exodus are carried out, the construction of the Ark among them. Though our plans have been made public, access remains highly restricted. You, however, will not be subject to such restrictions, and will have free reign to come and go as you please. Such was the will of the Forum, after all. We will prove ourselves worthy of their trust, your trust. Then let us proceed. Be a good dad, eventually, please. Oh, Nintendo Switch! Nintendo Switch is joining me! By decree of the Forum, the Signs of the Seventh Dawn are permitted to enter the Central Circuit. Yeah, let's go to this spooky place. Oh, by the way, y'all, I got a new greatsword before logging off last night. I think y'all want to see the new greatsword. They gave me a chainsaw. They gave Eve a chainsaw. This is the worst idea that anyone has ever had. They gave Eve a fucking chainsaw. Look how egregious it is. Eventually, I'm gonna claim it back to Eve's canon greatsword. But I just love how stupid it is. I feel a kinship with it. The ether burner is being constructed not far from here. Overseeing the work is Coco Dunkel, after whom the forge is named. Once the necessary introductions have been made, I shall leave you with him to discuss the particulars. This way. Alright. Where's the etherite? I don't want to make this fucking trip again. Oh, it's all the way up there and I have to go down here? Damn you, old man! You truly are evil. It's pretty down here, though. What kind of evil bastardry is in there? Thaumazyne. Thaumazyne. Okay. Do you think, like, on their commute to work, all the scientists have to, like, fight for their lives from other random monsters that they put in here? Do you think that's part of, like, their commute? Do you think all the scientists are, like, really swole, maybe? No. Puckle Dunkle. Tell me about rocket science.
I could swap them out. No. Been there, done that. Damn near lost my eyebrows.
Think, Coco, think! We'd be well on our way to paradise. Visionaries patting themselves on the backs for their grand accomplishments if you'd only think!
Lalafell with facial hair is scary.
Yeah! I mean, Master Force, you know, what a pleasant surprise. We're not blasting off already, are we?
The schedule remains unchanged, for better or worse.
Teach us rocket science.
Which is why the Forum has elected to accept assistance in resolving the ether burner conundrum.
Teach us rocket science.
Not seen you lot down here before.
There are Archons among their number, but engineering is not their expertise. Nevertheless, the Forum concedes the slim possibility that they may have insights to offer. If not, you are at liberty to return them to the surface, by whatever means you see fit.
You and what army?
I assure you that won't be necessary. Now, about your troubles with the ether burner.
Aye, aye, I'll walk you through it. Suppose I could do with a change of pace. As the name ought to tell you,
How are
the
we gonna
ether
figure
burner
this out?
burns ether, ambient or otherwise, and transforms it into motive force. Think of it like a giant bomb that never stops exploding.
Oh, now you're speaking Eve's language.
Even out in that black void where the ether's right sparse, it's strong enough to move our arc. And it probably won't kill you like an actual bomb.
Probably.
But it ain't perfect. According to my calculations, to travel to the moon and back fast enough for the Forum's liking, the conversion rate needs to be 6% more efficient. A measly 6%, you say? But if I could have squeezed even another 0.6 out of it, don't you think I'd have built it that way in the first place?
Can't you just have mages pour ether into it?
Hast thou consulted with the Labyrinthos?
Yes, they too are conducting their own research, for lack of a ready answer. The moon's propulsion systems are considerable, naturally, yet they are commensurately massive. It is no easy feat to convert their technology into an efficient means of propulsion for a teeny tiny toy boat, as they say. And as I
Hearing
most certainly do
Fortional
not.
say teeny tiny for some reason is the peak of comedy.
Yes, exactly. Damn it all, I asked for refined adamantite and they send me uppity rabbits with inscrutable, ancient, incompatible technology. You're trying to drive me mad.
The rabbits are cute.
Do you speak of Allegan refined adamantite, perchance?
You know of it?
Only in the most general terms, I'm afraid. 'Twas an alloy of Allegan make, but the secrets of its production were closely guarded.
Then you can find it out. You have the
As I
royal
recall,
eye.
The record stated it was vital to Dalamud's construction and launch.
Aye, that's the stuff. No material more conductive far as I know. Slotting some ends like blowing up a dam and watching the river of ether come rushing through.
Well, time to
Ain't a
get
living soul that knows
adamantite.
how to make it though. We were fortunate enough to salvage some for the ether burner, just a wee bit, mind, from a chunk of Dalamud that came hurtling into the Northern Empty during the calamity. With more, well, that extra 6% efficiency would be child's play. It's a crying shame that we've no other sources.
Surely the many shards of Dalamud scattered throughout Eorzea would suffice. Why not get the refined adamantite from them?
Oh, we tried, believe you me. But only a few specialised pieces would have had any in them to begin with.
We gotta make more. We gotta make the good stuff.
Drive calls from Ragnarok class internment hulks. Those are the prize bits we really need. According to the Gleaners, getting to them means delving deep into the shards. And the defences are still very operational and very eager to blow them up.
Is this a dungeon?
It's rough going in there, even for the cream. Not sure they'd make it out alive.
Weren't we near that part of the Ragnarok when we went to destroy Bahamut?
I don't remember. I skipped all those cutscenes. You want me to go and fetch the whatsits? Again?
That may be for the best, though you doubtless find the task too dull for your liking.
Yeah, I don't know. You keep making me do this shit. I've gotten used to it.
There are multiple internment hulks in Eorzea alone, so handling this ourselves may not be the most efficient option. Rather, if we could salvage adamantite from the shards simultaneously...
Oh, is it time to ask for help?
Thancred, is the link shell we established before you went to Garlemald still active?
Of course. The floor is yours.
Link shells. Ah, yes, the group Discord with all the world leaders. Let's let's DM
What's
the
all
group
this?
chat.
Gathering firewood, so to speak. We alone can accomplish little, but joined by others, we may yet build a bonfire to carry us heavensward.
Ah, he said the title of 3 expansions ago.
This is Alphino. The Scions have need of you.
Let's just say there will be a storm of blood coming. Oh, you know what? Once we get to space, it's gonna be really dark. You could say it's like
Understood.
a Shadowbringers.
I will contact the Lord Commander and dispatch our finest at once.
While we walk to the end. A realm
My sisters
reborn.
are somewhat preoccupied with the final days, so I will lead the 12-foot expedition myself.
There you go.
Are you aware of any other sources of refined adamantite?
Logically, such an invaluable alloy would have been utilized solely where absolutely necessary, in components intended to conduct or collect surpassing amounts of ether.
What about Az's Law?
Any extant instrumentation or devices would have likely found their way into the hands of etherologists or enthusiasts.
I'm sure there would be some in Az's Law.
Artifacts of Allagan design? The Eastern Alliance will send word to one and all. Are there other ways we may offer aid? No shards of the Lesser Moon scar our soil, but our stake in this cause is no less for it.
Is there anything in Othard that might be of use to you?
What did you say? Oh, you got friends in far places, lad.
Literally all over the world.
Any road. If you're offering, I wouldn't say no to one of those Far Eastern sacred relics. Some of them can hold enough ether to summon a whole damn primal. Combine a source like that with the ether burner, and 3, 2, 1, kaboom!
I don't even remember what he's talking about.
I gather you heard his explosive enthusiasm. Might you secure us a suitable
Oh,
relic?
yeah. Okay, the relics. Yeah, I gotcha.
It shall be done. I know little of machines, but I promise we will do our utmost to gather the materials you need to finish your starship.
To go to the
I am
edge of the
glad for work,
universe.
in truth. Better to busy oneself than wait and fret over disasters foretold.
Then why are we all still standing about yapping? There's plunder for the taking, and I'm a born plunderer.
Thank you for joining
I'll be
the
an old
call,
Charlie before
pirate.
you know it.
Actual pirate.
Start mixing the grog.
I'm certain that can be arranged. Thank you all, and do be careful.
Just like that.
Aye, just like that. Our refined adamantite is on its way.
It seems that Fortunal
Now let
has
us consider our next steps, shall we?
what Fortunal
There's
will
yet
learn
much to
here
be
is
done.
that he's kind of given up on the power of networking. He thinks that the Charlanes can do everything by themselves. But all those barbarians can do some good work too. Bitch. Ponytail looking bitch. Shitty dad looking bitch. Shitty dad looking bitch. Worst dad of the year. And we've seen Varys. It's times like these we're reminded of how famous or infamous Alphino has become. Who'd have thought he could achieve so much of a single link pearl conversation? As we're expecting rather a lot of visitors in the near future, I'd best return to the surface and inform the relevant parties. I also have a contact of my own that might be worth a try. Oh, and who might that be? Yeah, who's what? That's for me to know and you to find out. And on that note, I leave matters here in your capable hands. Best of luck! Why would he bother speaking to the lesser cultures? You know, there's a lot of similarities between Charlagan and Garlemald, isn't there? How are we doing in here? Last time we were in this room, Nanamo got fucking pulped.
Our course of action is clear. We must harvest refined adamantite from the shards of Dalamud and procure arcane relics of Allagan make.
Why does your voice sound like that? What the hell?
Summon the best and brightest of our immortal flames and form an expeditionary party at once. call upon the Sultan Sworn and brass blades for support as you must.
Your voice sounds terrible. I don't know why it changed.
Papashan, send word to the guilds. We will require the expertise of master artisans if we are to have any hope of identifying and recovering these elusive materials. Viergeist, we have need of your stone torches. They are to assist the immortal flames in scouring the ruins and to help secure the surrounding areas. I trust I can count on your support.
As commander of the Stone Torches, my son Zimberk will personally see it done.
Pippin, I would have you lead the raiding party. Assemble your finest, and with Tizona's blade clear the way. Lord Lolorito, I pray you take charge of the search for Allagan relics. Surely you know of some being traded on open or clandestine markets, or sleeping in collectors' vaults. Of course, I ask not that you do this out of the kindness of your heart. By all means, profit on the transactions. I wish you the joy of it. The final days descend upon our world. If circumstances are truly as dire as they say, Uldar's best efforts may be for naught. And yet, when we Eorzeans rose from the ashes to rebuild our broken realm, did we not learn one simple truth? That which seems all but impossible to overcome alone may yet be possible if we stand together. It was the Scions who united us then, and it is the Scions who call upon us now.
The main characters.
Uldar will answer that call. We will summon our courage and join the fight for our world's future. You know your duties. I, Nanamo Ulnamo, 17th in the line of Ul, bid you good luck and Godspeed.
Hell yeah! Get out there! Go get the stuff! Get the stuff. Get the MacGuffin. We need it. Are we gonna have a cutscene like this for everywhere? Come on! This is hardly necessary.
We fielded a goodly number, but our ranks are heavy with healers, and an abundance of restorative magics will be of little help in destroying Dalamud's defenses.
Man, those queues must be insane.
Still, it has ever been thus with Gridania. We must steel ourselves for a protracted engagement.
Just throw rocks! Oh hey, never mind.
In that case, might I suggest taking us along?
Don't worry, now you have a surfeit of DPS.
Commander Hext, what are you doing here?
None of the shards in Girabania are big enough to hold an internment hulk.
Lisa's a very boring character, but Hext is a very cool last name.
Talent for breaking things.
Minago, I love you. Minago, my love.
While it pains me to admit it, you are right. Our deficiency so plain to see.
It might have been a lifetime ago, but I was once one of the Scions assigned to the Shroud. I know this forest well. I know your people. And I know we will be stronger if we fight this fight together.
I've always really liked the Resistance uniform.
I will impose upon you with a clear conscience. Come, let us speak of how to integrate our forces.
It's really nice to see everyone working together. But we don't need a cutscene for literally every single person that can be working together.
I won't let it all be for nothing. I promise you, Papalimo.
Man, we remembered that Papalimo exists twice in this X-Pack. We're being spoiled. Damn, this music is crazy though. This is really tense. I love this. Oh no, is that you, Amanaline?
There you are. We've no time to waste, brother. Everyone has already...
You don't gotta do that. Come on. With the gut punch. Huh? That's not good.
That was a roar.
Wait, no, that's a good thing.
Dragon's roar.
No, that is good. Hell yeah, dragons. Oh, do we get to see Heraldsvelger? Oh, okay. Never mind. Go out and do capitalism.
And so, in summation, the Eastern Alliance, as well as the Honorable Lord Labyrinthos himself, reached out to me for assistance in procuring these treasures of the divine, and I, in turn, do beseech the Confederacy for aid.
Paradal.
Hmm? Is that...
Hancock? What a surprise this is.
His name is Hancock.
And a fortuitous one at that. I have a favor to ask, you see.
Snake. Oh, is that fucking, what's his face? Snake? I forgot Snake's name. What's his name again? Susanna, was it? No, that's the big guy. Seryu. That was Seryu. There we go. Though our friends are searching for refined adamantite and sacred relics, we will only know if they meet your requirements once they have arrived. In the meantime, is there aught else we might do to be of service? Ha! You already done more than enough. If I had to say, though, I could use someone who knows a thing or two about elegant technology. You there, the lad with the red eyes and matching hair. You seem to know more than the average scholar. You could say that. Ha! If only Master Kokol knew how right he was. While he and Graha establish a rapport, why don't we help with preparations for the Great Exodus? Indeed, this would mean going above and beyond the terms of our arrangement, but I propose this not to curry favor. As confident as I am that we will succeed, we must be ready for every eventuality. This would also be an opportunity to familiarize ourselves with the logistics of traversing the Great Expanse. If nothing else, it beats twiddling our thumbs while we wait for the adamantite. Well, ain't you a bunch of helpful buggers? If you have a mind to lend a hand, I know where you ought to go. Chilean Hamlet is lousy with researchers and scholarly types, busying themselves preparing for the Exodus. Ha! That lot need all the help they can get. Well then, off we go. Okay, finally I get that fucking aetherite. Oh, the music is so hype. Oh, yes, hype music. Everyone's working together. It's so good. I really wonder if we're gonna end up going into that building in the middle. I also really wonder what fucking dungeons they're gonna be throwing at us. Where is this going to go? We already know we're going to the edge of the universe. I just want to know how eldritch and cosmic horror this is gonna get. They've already given us a lot of that. And they've already pushed the boundaries that we all thought that they would go. I'm certain they'll go even further. They'll find new things to make us say, what the ever-loving fuck? Here we go. One etherite, please. Over there, hang on. From what I can tell, a lot of the people actually live down here. I don't know how much help we can offer, but I dare say they'll benefit from some of that fresh inspiration Scholar Monktashine had mentioned. Let's start by asking around, ideally without getting in anyone's way. Let's meet by the etherite once our work is done. What kind of fucking errands are you gonna send me off on now? Ugh, God. I'm assuming that is a... Yep. That is an ether current quest. I'm gonna have to do a lot of those after all is said and done with the MSQ. It's gonna take forever, but that will be an off-stream thing. I'll take this ether, right? Yes, hello. Who the fuck needs help around here? There you are. Silken Grin. Oh, that's a Rogadan name. I was about to say, that sounds very suspicious. Oh, hello. Are you one of the new helpers? Oh, I love her, actually. Working on the ether burner? Oh dear, I hear things have come to a standstill on that front. Even so, I choose that over my current duties. Checking and loading sample day in, day out. It's tiring, thankless work. Still, no one will be cross if I misplace a few legumes or what have you. The forum's got enough on their plate as it is. What with deciding who gets to board the Ark and when. A lot of powerful people have opinions about that. My heart goes out to Master Portionall and the others. Hardly get a moment's rest, I expect. Do they even have time to sleep? Dahlia immediately says wife. Yeah, I thought so. I knew you'd like her. Steady current. There's a lot of rows here. A lot of Hellsguard. Helping with the Ark. Even with all the power Master Kokol's managed to squeeze out of the ether burner, it's still not enough apparently. And now I hear the final days have arrived. Horrible creatures running rampant all over. If only we'd begun the exodus sooner. People are dying and there'll be no end to it if we don't fulfill our duties. But we will. We've spent years preparing for this moment. Believe in the plan and all will be well. Who's left? Poltasan. Offering to help? That's very kind, but I should be able to organize the rest of the documents by myself. It's mostly lists of the things we'll need once we arrive on the moon, and then whichever star we choose as our new home. My duties largely concern the maintenance of living conditions, so I'll be a lot busier after we depart. I hear that our lunar collaborators have come down to assist in our efforts. I'm looking forward to finally meeting them in person, after having communicated with them in such a limited capacity thus far. To be perfectly honest, I'm not even the slightest idea what they look like. I do hope they're not enormous, looming giants. Well, I would much prefer something small and fluffy, like that beheaded rabbit that ran by. Oh, well, huh. Beheaded rabbit. Now that you mentioned that. Anything else I need to put on? Okay. How the hell did you get down here, Living Way? Fancy meeting you here, Evangeline. Our friends in the forum brought us to see their teeny tiny toy boat, which was quite impressive considering they didn't use any creation magics. What we're really interested in is the Theros itself, though we now find ourselves in a sort of funny, underground, miniaturized version of it. We were hoping the forum would give us a guided tour, but it appears they're rather preoccupied. Honestly, all that time to prepare and they're still not ready. I suppose we'll just have to show ourselves around, or at least that's what we were planning to do until we chance upon Urianger and your good self. Since you were both dawdling around, engaging in idle chit-chat, perhaps you could show us a few points of interest. Won't that be fun? I don't know this fucking place. A tour of Labyrinthos. An unexpected yet prudent suggestion. Given the similarities betwixt this artificial environment and Bestway's burrow, 'twould be in our best interest to have the Laportes acquaintance themselves with the conditions deemed optimal by their Charlayan collaborators. I fear, however, that continued reliance upon my limited knowledge would risk narrowing rather than broadening their perspectives. Mayhap thou art better suited to lead this venture. Eve doesn't know shit. What a marvelous idea. Might we begin with that great big what's-it over yonder? Ah, yes, the what's-it. I shall leave its explanation to Evangeline. Orion J, usually you have better ideas than this. I don't see a fucking what's-it. Do you see a what's-it? Goodness me, to build something so large without creation magics, it's positively stupendous. Perhaps you could direct our attention to its most important features. Oh, it makes clouds, okay. Touch the apparatus for points of potential interest. Is this really the kind of thing that requires epic music? Figuring out how clouds are made? It's a little hard to see from here, but is that a golden pipe connected to the top of those tanks? And I can see through that window on another pipe at the bottom. Ah, this must be for purifying water drawn up from below. Wait? Wait, what? What the? Oh! Yeah, these things are... Yeah, these things, are here. Okay. You spot an amphistoma, an especially lively one at that. Remember, these things are called axolotls in this timeline. It would appear that the concept you observed in another time, another place, was approved for life in the wider world. Somehow, because it's fucking cute, that's why. Good. Is that water I hear from inside that great big tube? It must be because of those cogs and that gigantic wheel at the top. Oh, I see. That's how they draw up the water. There's probably some sort of spiral-shaped mechanism inside it, too. We're teaching them engineering, I guess. Mushroom-like thing. That looks like the trees in Greatest Entervale. Hold on, that's a bit of a strange shape. Thin at the bottom, but big and round at the top. Quite tall for something so unbalanced, too. Now it makes sense. That's where they store the water. Well, I'm glad y'all figured it out for yourselves. Wait, what, Dahlia? The hotel said that the card has been declined? What the fuck? Did they not take the money out? Did they wait to take the money out until this fucking week? Well, that's a fucking problem. Oh, it's like a... Yeah, but... Well, if I were to hazard a guess, water drawn from underground, presumably of some other mechanism, is purified here and stored in that tower before being distributed elsewhere. I'm right, aren't I? I knew it! A design brilliant in its simplicity. I dare say it would take only a moment to install in even the harshest of environments. For us Laportes, that is. Indeed, securing a reliable source of water is of the utmost importance for any fledgling settlement. We have read, however, that peoples of Aetheris sometimes make their homes in arid deserts and such. How are they able to survive? Waterfalls. So wherever you choose to live, you are never far from water. Oh dear, I worry we won't be able to procure the necessary amount. We can provide enough water to keep them from drying out completely. It would appear they rely on it far more than we'd anticipated. A few adjustments may be in order once we've calculated the average rate of consumption per individual. It may also be worth learning more about how exactly they obtained their water in the first place. It's just kind of there. Master Alphino spoke of the machinery responsible for that feat during our journey through the Logisticon Alpha, did he not? Mayhaps Labyrinthos will share his appreciation for the engineering marvel. Oh yes, that sounds absolutely splendid. We must journey beyond the sanctuary of Charlayan Hamlet. I shall lead the way. You mean we'll have to brave the untamed wilderness? A valid concern indeed. We cannot help but notice the many dangerous-looking creatures with big nasty teeth lurking beyond the safe confines of this settlement. Were we not escorted here by burly custodians, I dread to think what would have become of us. Eaten. Regrettably, to many a hungry predator with the aforementioned big nasty teeth, the ports may appear to be a potential and rather appetizing source of sustenance. You're scaring them, Moriage! Might I impose upon thee to assist in securing safe passage to Logisticon Alpha? For my part, I shall act as escort to Living Way and Cooking Way. I entrust Singing Way and Growing Way to thy care. Oh no, filler! A more valiant protector they could not wish for. Godspeed. But can I see the starship? I'm assuming that it's the big triangle in the Endwalker logo. If it's all the same to you, I'd rather not be eaten by some horrid beastie. Come along, Growing Way, to the water extraction What's-It. This area has the worst filler quest in the game. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I hope we get through it soon. I really hope eventually they learn that filler quests like these are really not necessary. No. Hi. There we go. Hi, Growing Way. Don't worry about the giant snake lady. You're fine. Thank you so much. I really hope this water extraction What's-It is worth these harrowing experiences. It's all part of the fun, some might say, but I'd rather not be burnt to a crisp if it's all the same to you. I know you'd rather not be killed in various random ways, is the point that I am learning here. Okay, here we go. Teach us about clouds, Riange. It's only like the end of the world is happening. My friends, I bid you welcome to Logisticon Alpha. Our destination doth lie at the lift's top. Pray follow me. Am I really just gonna be walking with these bunnies all over this place that we've already been to? You will need to use this lift should you wish to go to the medial circuit. Let me know if you are headed that way. It's nothing, it's not like the sky is burning or anything. Marvelous, simply marvelous. So this is where the magic, or science rather, takes place. The perfect environment to sustain life, artificially created. The knowledge we'll gain here will be essential when we start looking for new stars for your kind to inhabit. Apparently, most of them don't even have air for you to breathe. You're all very lucky that Atheris just so happens to provide everything you need to thrive. Or did mankind turn out that way because they are because of the available resources, I wonder? Singing away, are you going to theorize evolution right in front of me here? Either way, it's nothing short of miraculous, and I cannot wait to see more of it. Well, you know, I guess the filler quests are required in order to get me the experience for the next level. This is all very wonderful, I'm sure, but I was rather hoping to learn more about your nourishment provision facilities. In other words, where's the food? I believe both the knowledge and consumables you seek may be found at Mariel Agronomics. As I imagine Singing Away and the others intend to study every conceivable facet of this apparatus, wouldst thou be kind as to escort our visiting culinarian? Yes, that sounds much more interesting. Hopefully I'll be able to see firsthand some of the delicacies Oriange was telling me about. Even his incredibly vivid, if a bit too verbose, descriptions cannot compare to sampling them myself. Not to mention Atheris will soon be no more, so I must learn all I can while there is still time. Oh, ominous. Let us brook no further delay. It's kind of funny to hear these fucking bunnies talking like a little fancy with their kind of like old-timey English. Brook no further delay. It's funny. I like it. They are just bunny. Bunnies that are going to drag me all the way back from whence I came. As they do. At least I didn't have to fight anything, I guess. This is the place, yes? The heady aroma was enough to guide me here. I've spotted several of the fruit and vegetables featured in our compendium. I'd dearly love to try some, but I read that those who help themselves into a farmer's crops without permissions are often caught and put into pies. Perhaps you could ask whoever's in charge if they would be willing to part with a few samples. Cooking Way is in my party now. Benui is in my party. Yes, yes, this is very epic music and everyone's working together and I'm teaching a bunny about food. What a fine mess this is. Yeah, it's you, the one who climbed down the mine shaft. I'd show you around if I could, but I'm rushed off my feet preparing for the exodus. And I'm not the only one. We've all got to find ways to do what we do down here up there. First on the moon, then on whichever star the Forum decides will become our new home. It's all so sudden, so unreal. Don't you want to go to the moon? Well, it's better than waiting for the final days to claim us. But no matter how carefully it's all planned, we'll never be able to take every variety of flora and fauna with us. Even the ones that we can take may not survive in their new environment. So many species doomed to extinction. Sorry, that's not what you came to talk about, is it? Nothing quite so dire, I assure you. We merely wish to sample a little of your produce, if we may. By all means, help yourselves. Much appreciated, my good fellow. So, where to begin? Go eat a polygonal grape. This is our specialty, polygon grape. Yeah, here we go, polygon grape time. Oh, I know what these are. Grapes, yes? Let's see if they're as delicious as they look. So sweet, so sour! The taste is much like a ripe philosopher's carrot, and yet the texture is entirely different. The contrast between the outer skin and the fruit within is most peculiar, though far from unpleasant. Yes, I think I'll try another. And another. And another. Well, that's certainly given me food for thought, though in a far less visceral matter than any philosopher's carrot. But tell me, what's your opinion of grapes? Polygonal. I'd brave an erupting volcano for a choice bunch! SM. Okay, SM. Yes, they are rather Moorish, aren't they? And from what I've read, quite versatile too. Something about people stepping on them to make intoxicating beverages, as I recall. Anyway, that's enough about grapes for the time being. On to the next treat. Apples? Orange. Oh, orange by name, orange by nature. What came first, the fruit or the color? Who cares? Let's eat. Yes, that's equal parts sweet and sour as with the grapes, yet nothing alike. I may have to consult Urianger about expanding my vocabulary. I simply cannot find the words to describe it. Perhaps what I'm looking for is bitter. This is all very complicated, you know. So many flavors, so many choices, and each individual with their own personal preferences. Now I see why you all turned your noses up at the idea of eating nothing but carrots. Marvelous though they still are in my estimation, let no one say I said otherwise. But speaking of carrots, I've yet to sample any of the vegetables. Let's see what's in that field over there. Can we be done with this soon? This feels like a chore. Eat a fucking pumpkin and go away. That color, that texture. Are they some sort of enormous round carrots? No, in any case, proper nomenclature is less of a concern than the taste. Wah! It's so hard and flavorless, I may as well be chewing a piece of wood. That all but confirms it. These are nothing more than misbegotten failures masquerading as goodly carrots. We have to cook them, asshole. Stop! Can't you see these are pumpkins? And no one with any sense would try eating them raw. You're supposed to cook them first. Do you not find it an awful bother? Far from it. Cooking is a joy unto itself. And what's more, it broadens the range of ingredients that we may safely eat. But above else, cooking allows us to draw out the full potential of our produce. Pumpkin stew has been one of my favorite dishes for as long as I can remember. And perhaps even these hard blocks of plant matter can become as delicious as the orange I sampled. I wonder, though, if there's anything even more delicious. How about that yellow fruit over yonder? Yellow fruit? What, a fucking squash? A pear? Is that a pear? Is that a mango? What a wonderful fragrance! With luck, it'll have a flavor to match. As I have no idea how these are eaten, I'll just bite into it. My tongue! Is this poison? Did you eat a pineapple? What is this? A lemon? Oh, okay. You mean it's supposed to taste like this? How can something so similar to an orange be so revolting? It may be some time before my palate recovers from this ordeal. As such, I'd best call an end to this round of sampling. Let's say our farewells and return to the others. Alright. Finished, have you? I trust you found something to your liking. I'm rather enamored with the grapes and oranges. Less so the pumpkin, though. I learned the hard way they're not to be eaten raw. Then there was the lemon, the deceiver. I still feel so violated. First time, was it? The deceiver. Lemons are sus. I'd hate for you to leave with a bad taste in your mouth, in more ways than one. So I'll give you this lemon muffin I baked. If this doesn't change your opinion, nothing will. More lemon? Have I not suffered enough? Nevertheless, it would be remiss of me to spurn this opportunity to... Ooh, bit of sick came up there. Learn more of your inscrutable ways. Very well, lemon muffin. Do your worst. Feed the Bunui. Is that what eating sounds like? This is... delicious! Although I still detect a hint of lemon, it complements the sweetness of the dough to create a perfect harmony. I never would have guessed that vile bitterness could be utilized so elegantly. My good chap, this is simply breathtaking. See, we rarely use lemon in its natural state, but it has a starring role in all sorts of recipes, and the same is true for many other ingredients. It comes down to making the most of the resources at our disposal, and sometimes that can even be the difference between life and death. I know we won't be able to take every species with us. No doubt the Forum organ agonized over what was worth preserving and what will be consigned to history. Hard choices, but make them we must if we're to survive. The strength of will! Now I know what Heidelin sees in your kind. Mankind, the Laparits, who were both born from the accumulated knowledge of the ancients. They learned all there is to learn about the nature of sentient life and the fates of the stars themselves. Once a civilization has fulfilled the basic requirements for survival, it will inevitably seek to eliminate all forms of negativity and achieve perfection. And therein lies its folly and its downfall, for perfection is an unattainable idea, is the paradox of the immaculate carrot. Yet civilizations since time immemorial have deemed the pursuit of perfection as progress. They pay no heed to the costs incurred in their futile quest, and all too often become the architects of their own demise, their dreams forever unfulfilled. What then is the alternative? The answer lies in knowing that our existence can never be perfect, to be content with what we have and make the most of it. When life gives you lemons, make lemon muffins! Pardon my Eorzean, but what in the seven hells are you on about? And who are you anyway? Benoi! Cooking way, at your service! I'm here to help prepare for the trip to the moon! And once you get there, you'll be able to try my carrots! I've been growing all different kinds. But don't worry, there'll be room for your crops too. We'll work together to preserve as many of Atheros' species as possible if you're up to the challenge. Yes, of course, I look forward to it. Well, this has all been highly productive. Probably. Let's go and see if Oriage and the others have run out of machinery to inspect, shall we? You know, that was actually really important there. I think I know why Heidelin sundered the star now. The reason she sundered the star is to keep mankind from having the power to attain that much perfection. Because what we learned from Meteon is that all of the dead stars died because they tried so hard to attain perfection that they killed themselves. Because they were too powerful, they ended up killing themselves, and that's why there's so many dead stars. But now that we're all sundered, we don't have the power to attain that perfection. So we'll keep on striving and finding happiness, but we'll never be perfect, so in the end, we probably won't end up killing ourselves. That's why we're still alive while all the stars above are dead. And that's why Venos sundered everyone. I think that's the truth right there. That is interesting. So in turn, Vana learned this because she got involved with that whole situation because of us going back in time. So you could inadvertently say that we are responsible for the sundering of the star. The Warrior of Light is partly responsible for the sundering of the star. That was most enlightening, especially the part with the lemon muffin. Actually, I was wondering, do you know of any other places famous for their cuisine? The Far East has oodles of noodles. But that I had time to visit. The more I learn of Atheros, the more I wish we could spare it from the final taste. Alas, Heidelin's orders are to flee, not to resist. If only there was some other way. Oh, we'll do it. Don't you worry. We'll kill Cthulhu. Bird Cthulhu. Sage Council. Evangeline, I trust thy time at Mariolagonomics did bear fruit. Oriange, I fucking hate you. Now you're doing dad jokes? I will kill you. Our own efforts too were rewarded. We now possess an embarrassment of educational riches. No doubt our guests' relentless pursuit of knowledge could occupy them and us for a fortnight. Alas, time is of the essence. Let us return to Charlotte and Hamlet forthwith. I shall gladly attend to each and every Laparat there, should further questions within my power to answer arise. Aww. What? Aw. What does that mean? What are you sad? That's kind of interesting when you realize that our little jaunt in the ancient past helped us shape so much of ancient history. Not everything is because of us, but we definitely had a hand in making the world the way it is. Query, thank you for the follow. Why are you a sad bunny? Yes, Evangeline, that was indeed me verbalizing a sigh to express my emotional state. Do you want to know why? Because I saw the reconstructed environmental data for Itheris at Logisticon Alpha, that's why! A forest so lovely and so leafy. Are all of your forests like that? The deciduous ones are. You should see the forest of the first. One was purple. I say! With a star so wonderful, it comes as no surprise that you're reluctant to leave it behind. I was a fool to think otherwise, to assume that the moon was something worth being proud of. How ridiculous we must seem to you, trying so hard, yet achieving so little. It's okay, you're a bunny. Not at all. Thy works are no less worthy for their uniqueness. I thought I heard tiny voices. Thancred. Have you come to make dad jokes too? How didst thou fare? Oh, I was able to glean a fair bit from the researchers while helping them move their cargo. Preparations have proceeded without interruption here, despite news of the coming end. We have the forum's leadership to thank for that. That doesn't mean people aren't worried, though. Quite the opposite. Knowing disaster could strike at any moment, they hurry to complete their work, equally aware that a single error could be the difference between life and death, and we can hardly tell them that there's no cause for concern. Be concerned! Perhaps not. Though aided by our goodly growing way, we may yet find other ways to lighten their burden. Me? Be of use to people? I'm honored that you would think me so capable, but I'm not sure that I'm up to the challenge. Nevertheless, I believe in thee. If you say so, I suppose it can't hurt to try. I passed someone moping in the Western Plaza that looked to be in need of a helping paw. Perhaps you might start with him. It's as good a place as any. Come. Please don't make me participate in this. Let me go back to the end of the world. Oh, no. Hello, troubled researcher. I bet you're the most important thing that's gonna happen today. He's a sad green boy. You're just sitting on a bench, depressed, and then a bunch of bunnies just stand in front of you and stare at you. Oh, can I help you? It is you who would help me. Is my anxiety truly so obvious? Yes, you are sitting there like your puppy just got ran over. A burden shared is a burden eaten. Pray, tell us of thy troubles. Those little fellows do look like good listeners, they're Banui. I'm an engineer, you see, and what they say of the ship, that it's the sum of decades of Charlayan ingenuity, that it's built with peerless elegant technology. It's all true, but... I know that none of that's a guarantee. We've never before launched a starfaring vessel, let alone flown it in the great expanse. All the tests we've run have been on the ground. Only operational personnel and cargo will be aboard for the first voyage, but even so, if it fails us, what can we do? And if it doesn't, it could fall apart on the next flight, or the one after that. We've done everything we can to prevent that from happening, but it hardly matters. We thought the ether burner's design was flawless too, and look how that turned out. Thou art familiar with these most daunting technologies, and thus dost thou hold the power to allay his fears. Oh, I'm not sure about that, but, well... Maybe you could tell me if there's any aspects of the ship's design that you're especially worried about. Our ability to walk about and perform our tasks, for one. I've devised a means by which to employ gravity, a spatio-temporal spell, to regulate the environment. But what if it's not strong enough? What if everyone floats away and begins crashing into things as soon as we've left the star? Aha! Gravitation! Maybe I can be of help after all. Up there is not so different from down here, you see. The same rules apply, if you consider them as part of one big cosmos rather than separate places. Let's talk about gravity with a Banui! I suspect both parties shall find comfort in this conversation. Yet if Thancred's tale be true, still others would benefit from insights born of experience. Might I prevail upon the Laporets to attend them? An excellent idea, if I do say so myself. There is naught we'd like more than to ease the hearts of the fine people of Atheris and learn more about them while we're at it. Full glad am I to hear it. Gather thy companions and bring them hither. Evangeline, thou hast a gift for finding souls in need of succor. Yeah, it's like I see a marker above their head with a big arrow. It's weird. You just kind of see it, you know? Don't worry about it. Pray seek thee out the distressed and the apprehensive, and inform them that help is at hand. I shall await them here, that I might introduce each to a suitable Laporet. I gotta cold call people for bunny therapy? Oh, I do so look forward to that. A place for every Laporet and every Laporet in their place. I gotta cold call randos for bunny therapy. Lyra, it's even worse than you think. I don't like the sound of that neck. Why did they think this would be fun? I gotta cold call 8 people! Ah! Concerns? Nay, there's no point in worrying at this stage. It'll only make the work go that much the slower. She's coping. Okay. Oh my god, and not all of them. Not all of them are even depressed. I gotta find 8 of them. Oh my god, this is the worst. I gotta fucking treasure hunt for them. Why did they think this would be fun? 56 bunches of weeds in the ground, 56 bunches of weeds. Rip one out, add to the mound, 55 bunches of weeds in the... Eep, I'm not neglecting my duties, I swear! Okay, go. Go get bunny therapy. Go! Go! Get out of here! Okay. Now I gotta find 7 other depressed people. Hyperventilating. I think this one's a winner. Go! Bunnies! Talk to them! Go! Bunny therapy. There are decoy people. How dare there be mentally healthy people mixed in with my targets? Capricious. Does capricious mean therapy? I don't know what capricious means. Okay, capricious means no therapy. Oh, anxious engineer. Here's one. Bunnies! Filler quests are the easiest way to kill the pacing of a story. Oh, absolutely. All the momentum and hype has just ground to a halt here. It's gone. I have no idea what irascible means. Go talk to a... Hey, Xehanort! Hey, Xehanort! Go talk to a bunny! Go! Before you nort someone. Okay, never mind. He just wants to nort people. Alright. Grimacing! That means therapy. Go! Keyblade! He wants to find a Keyblade on the moon. Oh no. Orianger, kill him. He's ponderous. Oh, she's ponderous, rather. Go, get out of here. Bunny! Get yourself to a bunny immediately. I swear to God, I will kill you. Tired Gleaner, get up. Bunny. Okay, no bunny for you. Execution. Anyone here? He still can grin. You want to talk to a bunny? I know you've always wanted to talk to a bunny. I can't jump over this fucking hedge. Okay, thank you. Skeptical researcher! Bunny! Get out of here. Purple Graha. There you go. Get out of here. More. I was doing this while you were doing good things on your stream and it sustained me. I'm glad I can help, Neck. I'm real glad I can help. Unconcerned Gleaner. Oh, I'm gonna give you some concerns, motherfucker. God damn it. Well, that's the first round around. Now I gotta find 2 more people. Yes, hello. Does anyone have depression here? Hello? Hello? Would anyone like to talk to a bunny? Hello? I'm here to solicit bunny services. Hello? Only 99 cents a minute. Tolls may apply. Wait, that sounds like a bunny sex line. I can't say it like that. Hello? Hello? Does anyone want to talk to a bunny? Watch them hide someone in an incredibly stupid place. Watch them hide someone like behind that or somewhere. There's just nobody here. You, bunny. Bunny, go. Go talk to one. This woman is doing better than you are. Yeah, I'm not doing so hot. I gotta go find people for bunnies to talk to. This is the worst job I've ever had to do. Steady current. Where is everyone? Flashbacks to chai tea, but worse! Yeah, it is worse. Holy shit. Hello, would you like some chai tea or to talk to a bunny? Oh, despondent! Yes, yes. You look mentally unhealthy. Go talk to a bunny. Fuck yes, I'm so glad that you're so depressed and anxious. Thank you for being despondent. I'm so glad for your pain and suffering. Alright. One more depressed person. I should check Discord. How's your mental health doing? You! Calm researcher! Can I perturb you, perhaps? Can I disturb you? Oh, man. This researcher already has the support she needs. Come on, one more person without a support network. I gotta get them into my bunny pyramid scheme. I gotta get them there. I gotta sell them my bunny snake oil. My bunny oil! That sounds horrible. I don't see anyone else with arrows above their head. This is a problem. Let's see, what's this? One person is up top on the part that overlooks the city. Oh, no, Neck, you backseat game me if it'll keep me from flying around this shitty place yelling about bunny therapy. The part that overlooks town. Is that them over there? Jessamy? Oh, God. Thank you, Neck. You've saved my fucking life. Go, Bunny. You're lucky I'm not gonna kill you for being up here, away from everyone else. Go. Go. Bunny therapy. Trust me, you don't want any void scent therapy. Alright, there we go. And with that, the filler is concluded. Right, Urianger, staring daggers? Behold, Evangeline. Through thine efforts, word have spread throughout Labyrinthos. Verily, to a far greater number than we anticipated. Living Way doth gather more Laporits as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills, that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require not thine attentions, watch over them, I pray. Wait at the destination. Yeah, this is the bunny therapy session. This is the group bunny therapy session. And with that, I'm going to fucking leave and save the world. Hey, show me your Star Destroyer.
Phew! Oh, finally some rest. Why, I haven't spoken so much in, well, in forever.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
Imagine being one of those people that declined the opportunity to talk to a bunny.
'Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
If you can wake him up. Punt him a little.
I'm impressed. Truth be told, I struggle to tell one from another. No offense intended, of
Thancred, that's racist.
None taken. After you and your friends left Mare Elementorum, we spent no small amount of time with your Urianger.
Yuri Anger.
The conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question.
I'm just glad you didn't start talking like him.
Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge.
Oh, is there gonna be like really dumb shit in there?
Arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting. But then I realized that were it not for Urianger and his teachings, we'd still be stuck on the moon, gazing at your world and wondering what we've been missing.
You've been missing a lot of depressed researchers that need therapy.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare say they'd be more than a bit surprised. And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget...
Moonbrita. Uh-oh! Hey, Dahlia! Romilf spotted.
Oh there. Heard there was a visiting expert who we might bother with a few questions. I take it you'd be the one.
Moonbrita's mom spotted. Oh.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh!
Wilson and Blovida, Sharlayan's foremost researchers in the field of teleportation magic, and Moonbreeder's parents.
Oh, that's awkward. So, this is a talk that's been,
It has been some time. 'Tis
a few years late.
'Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Blovida and I were most honored to answer the call. Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
I'll say, the nerve. Sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Oh, time for Urianger to get a fucking lecture. Oh!
any idea how worried we were.
I'm sorry. 'Twas remiss of me not to deliver the news in person.
It's strange to see Urianger at a loss for words.
No, more than that. 'Twas I who...
He's at a loss for words!
Our daughter was disillusioned after Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the
Dark thank you for
happiest
the
I'd
follow.
seen her in years. She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise.
I was wondering when they would do this.
Don't blame yourself for her death. Celebrate her life. You know that's what she'd want.
This has been weighing on him for years.
If there is one thing we resent you for, it was that we could not be there to mourn her with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand, we must have cried as much for you as we did for her.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings.
Really? Because you fucking talk all the time, man.
The poems and
Shut
platitudes
up.
of wiser men. Musings on sadness and loss. Studied and memorized. And meaningless in the moment.
Silly boy. We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me.
Man, you couldn't just let me be mad
But
about
in
the
our
filler. You had to
hearts,
put an emotional
we know.
reunion.
We always know.
Why
I
are your
remember when
shoes
you were
pointy, Urianger?
How the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others.
They teased you for
Our
your
moon
pointy
didn't
shoes.
take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded.
Hell yeah, Moon Burrito!
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better.
She'd girl boss you.
I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together.
All these guys were talking about, hey, I thought the therapy
You've
was
no
for us.
idea how proud we are.
This isn't bunny therapy.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be.
This isn't bunny therapy. This
I can
is
see her
milk
in you,
therapy.
too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
Oh, man!
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
Man, we finally got a good payoff for Moon Burrito. It only took 4 expansions!
This moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
I only care about
You
this
could
because
ask the
there's
man
moon in
himself.
the name.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing.
Thanks, Thancred.
And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
It's okay, we'll get on the Star Destroyer. We'll go fight some fucked up shit. We'll go fight the Hot Topic bird girl. Can we get back to that, by the way? Can we get back to that now, maybe? Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, you must be one of the Scions, correct? Thank you for caring for my daughter. The time she spent with you was all too short, but I know she was proud to have you as comrades. Urianger is too, I'm sure, and I certainly feel better for knowing you as good friends to look after him. See that he comes home from time to time, will you? A classical Rogadan language isn't so different from Eorzea. Did you ever wonder why we named our daughter Moon's Bride? When I first held her, the moon was shining silver and full. The whole world seemed to glow. I knew it had chosen her, as she would be a beacon of that self-same light. Of course, we'd later hear our fair share of jokes about how we ought to have gone for Sun instead, of how bright and stubborn she was. But fiery as my moon burrito was, she was always kind and gentle. Man! Oh, Evangeline, be assured that I am fine. I am. Well, glad to see them too after so very long. Gladder still that it was in your company. As difficult as it was to accept their kindness, it would have been far harder than had I faced them alone. So, back to the end of the world. Ahem, thou hast my gratitude for lending courage to the Labyrinthos. Not disposed to rest on their laurels, several of our guests have elected to accompany my countrymen to their stations. Some few may still come hither seeking counsel, and so shall I remain to aid them as need be. If thou art needed elsewhere, do not let me detain thee. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you might check on Alize. Last I saw, she was struggling to carry an enormous pile of boxes out the west gate. I could go myself, but we both know whose help she's less likely to scorn. Not to mention that, much to my misfortune, I can think of several other things I ought to be doing. Until later. Alright, fine. Alize time. All the way over there, Jesus. Logisticon Beta. That was a good cutscene, at least. I like that one. That was good. I'm assuming there's like a little station like that for every element. I'm assuming that one over there is lightning. Hopefully I won't have to do another roulette to get me to 89 or 90 in time for the MSQ. Hi, Alize. You're trying to carry that all by yourself? This word is within. I don't know what the top word is. Evangeline, what are you doing here? No, I don't mind if you help with the boxes, but it's far from the most exciting of tasks. Are you sure? Eve's good at picking things up and putting them down. We need to get these to Aporia. Time is short, of course, but they're full of organic specimens and samples, so try not to be too rough with them. Alphino should be waiting for us when we arrive. I'll see you there. 3 minutes. Okay. All the way over there. Oh my god. No, I'm not joining the fate. I'm carrying shit. Oh hell, this is bad. I like how they kind of change your gait a bit when you're carrying something. Except, you know, not really actually carrying it. That's fine. At least this gets me to the last aetheryte. I feel like they really picked the wrong time to start playing the hype music. This was the wrong time. Oh, you're helping with the crates. Wonderful, you can put them there with the others. You have my gratitude, but how did you come to be involved in this? Quest markers. Ha, then I suppose I have Thinker to thank as well. If you're wondering why we were tasked with bringing these boxes to Aporia to begin with, so was I. It turns out that this is a base of operations of sorts. Those with final say as to what is included in the ship's manifest can be found here. Father included, I suspect. Oh, there you are. That should be everything. Carried all of that at once? Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh, hush, they're lighter than they look, and not everyone has your delicate arms. Alizé is swole. I suppose we should let someone know that we finished. Oh, shit. Theopaldin is in the courtyard. We can report to him. Why don't you come along? You should get credit for your assistance, at least. Considering where we are, we might even learn something interesting. You'll likely need a roulette before the 89 quests. Ah, hell. I'll take one aetheryte again, please. Oh, look at this building here. Holy shit, that's amazing. That's cool. I really like how many unique aetherytes are in this X-Pack. All of them look unique. I really like them. Gods, it never ends, does it? What can I do for you? We brought samples from the Charlayan Hamlet. Series 110? The crates are by the EV entrance. Ah, thank you. I'd expected one of my colleagues, but we were dreadfully short-handed. Just a moment. You're Forshinal's children, are you not? Alphino and Alizé, at your service. You're well acquainted with Father, I take it? Quite. I've been friends with your parents since our days at the studium. I remember when you were yay high, waddling hither and thither. Clearly, it's been quite some time since we've met. It's good to see you again, wielding your father's nulets, no less. You knew our parents when they were young. What were they like? Pray, spare no detail. I should like nothing more than to regale you. Alas, I am meant to be in charge here, and reams of paperwork want for submission. We can help with that, in exchange for the sort of stories our poor parents would never willingly divulge, of course. Very well then. There happen to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery, so how about you each take one? Where am I going? Wait right there. Okay then. You will find a forum representative waiting to collect these near the southernmost structure. I hope I haven't kept her waiting too long. Never mind Alphino and Alizé, I'm certain they will be back soon enough. Southernmost structure. Would be this one, I guess. Well, I'm glad that Labyrinthos is handicapped accessible at least. You, take the paper. Are you not one of the scions of the 7th Dawn? I thought you were meant to be working on the ether burner. Here. Theopaldin's paperwork! I was beginning to worry he had misplaced his quill. I appreciate your help in seeing these documents to my hands at last. As for your other task, pray keep this between us, but I sincerely hope you scions succeed. The Exodus is, without a doubt, the most monumental undertaking in the history of the Forum, and so we must be circumspect in all respects. Risk is a privilege we cannot afford ourselves. At its heart, however, Sharlayan has ever been a nation of the curious. It would be a tragedy indeed if we were the ones to stymie your pursuit of truth. Okay. Yeah, speaking of that, can we get back to that now? The spaceship and the going to the edge of the universe and the doing interesting things. Can we get to that soon? Quick and efficient. I dare say you have a talent for this work. Unfortunately, the twins' paper only needed to be delivered elsewhere in the facility, so they should be returning any moment. Do I really have to hear about childhood stories about worst dad? We return with not a scrap of paperwork remaining on our persons, you will note. You both have my thanks, and my apologies for sending you on an errand far below your ambitions. Why, even as a babe, you struggled out of your swaddling clothes, and... That is quite enough of that, thank you. Those compromising stories of our parents that we'd ask to hear, to reiterate. Who the fuck is this guy? Of course. I've known your father for so long, I must have something. Well, as you know, part of why the Lavalier name garners such respect in Sharlayan is your family's storied history. You two can trace your ancestry directly to those who came aboard Yunkrep's Hope, a lineage few can claim. Oh wow, that's old. I've never thought much of it myself. It's not as though our forebears founded our nation. They were simply there when it happened. Nevertheless, it has traditionally been a point of pride. This is why Yunkrep's pronouncement, renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason, has ever been our family's creed. Until your grandfather's time, Archon Louisois looked not to Yunkrep's words, but to his deeds. He asserted, in defiance of his peers, that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tides was the true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps it was his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilizations, that led him to conclude that to eschew conflict at every turn was to consume mankind to his doom. Sign. There will ever be conflict, and calamity will follow thus. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. You remember his words well. Indeed, Archon Louisois lived by that personal creed, and used every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need, Sharlayan or no. No one loved and admired your grandfather more than his son, yet Fortunal could not reconcile Louisois' deeds with the philosophy of their forebears and his peers, a philosophy in which he believed so fervently, yet made a pariah of his father. Fortunal agonized over this contradiction for much of his life. God's father. A son may carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. Is it not always thus? Gods know Fortunal's a cranky old goat, so I'm sure you butt heads often enough. Yet even so, you must know that you are constantly in his thoughts, every moment of every day, and that is not an exaggeration in the slightest. Should have seen him when you were born. Barely recognizable he was, with a kind of dumbfounded grin I've not seen since he first took a fancy to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you to an embarrassing degree. It's kind of embarrassing how little he's able to show it. He loves you so much that he fucking disowned you. But he is also frustratingly single-minded. Once he's decided that a given action is for the best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him. A profoundly annoying habit when you're on the other end of it, as I'm sure you will agree. I'll say. Thank you for your insight. When next we meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Try not to get me into too much trouble now. I need the Forum on my side. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back to work. I have to make sure those specimens you brought can make it to their proper places, or the cranky old goat will have my hide. We can speak again later. Well, that was almost interesting. Hail, you three! Oh, hi, Graha. Oh, are we going back to the interesting things? Graha, surely Coco hasn't driven you out of the forge already. For better or for worse, no. However, he has set me a task that requires more than my single pair of hands, and here you are. I could use at least one of you, but I won't object to more. Unfortunately, Alize and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed too long as it is. What about you, Evangeline? Can you spare the time? Unfortunately. Perfect. This shouldn't take long. What do you want? In the event that our, and I quote, promised heap of adamantite falls right out of the bloody sky and into my lap, Master Coco wishes to be ready to put the proverbial hammer to anvil at a moment's notice. To fabricate these parts, however, he needs the flames in Coco's forge to burn hotter. He sent me to increase the amount of ether being funneled to his furnaces. The flow of fire-aspected ether in Labyrinthos is regulated by an elemental reactor south of here, to which I've borrowed the key. The adjustment will require 2 people to carry out safely, but I can explain the process when we arrive. This is where we part then. We'll see you in Charlotte and Hamlet once the adamantite arrives, if not better. Before. Not better. This way then. I think this is the last filler. Thank God. I should have. They really made me walk the full ring around. Bastards. Oh, it's sure gonna be fun finding all of these ether currents, too. I just need to talk to this shitty cat boy. There you are. The reactor is housed within this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and adjust the fire ether output. When I do, a rather large amount of water-aspected ether will issue from the vent at the top. I expect this to attract at least a few elementals, which would both rather not be drawn into the reactor itself. Trust me. Can I ask that you put down any that draw too near? That'll pose you a little trouble, I'm sure. Sure. Wait here, if you would. Go do the thing, man. Are you fucking kidding me? Thank you. God damn it. Okay, I'm out of here. Bye. Did everything go smoothly out here? Murder! I thought as much. No major complications to speak of inside either. And the water ether appears to be venting properly. I expect Coco will have seen a difference in his forge flames by the time I return. Since I have you, there was another matter I thought to discuss with you. No! Nothing terribly important, merely something I've been considering. Part of this I shared with everyone, yet you, and only you, have been to Elpis. As we have established, refined adamantite is a product of Alag, of the Empire's twilight years, in fact. It was a material which saw much use as part of the Allagans' efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world, Dalamud, of course, being the most prominent. Of course, of those who would push further, expand Alag's empire to encompass the heavens and the stars above, perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist, Ammon. Oh. Did he remember his life as Hermes? I believe he had his own reasons. There is no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his former life. He only joined the Ascians once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. If not his memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea with such further fervor? This may seem far-fetched, but what if souls like minds have a personality, so to speak? A natural disposition towards which they are inclined? We know with relative certainty that it was the gross decadence and inexorable decline of Alag that moved Ammon to resurrect Emperor Zonde. The Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. Facilitating Zonde's return, Ammon provided these languid souls with the means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Or would have, had not Zonde be convinced by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Ammon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to the same end, to instill the people with a new purpose. Like Hermes before him, Ammon was appalled by how those around him lived, but could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. And both of them sought that meaning in that hope in the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it is the consequences of their actions which matter. Their motives are of no moment, and yet, to reach those stars on wings of adamantite, to travel to the end of creation and beyond, the promise of hope everlasting, that much I do understand. That's a nice little insight, I guess. But enough musing for now. Why don't we see how Coco is getting on? That souls have a personality, something they're inclined towards. That would explain why Eve is very much like Azem. A fucking reckless troublemaker. You know what? I'll take the long way around. Oh, especially because this is actually the quickest way there. Never mind, this isn't the long way around. This is the short way around. This fucking ring. What's this place? Logisticon Gamma. I guess all of these are responsible for the clouds and rain. There we go. That's the entirety of the ring, at least. Go around this thing. There we go. Alright, now it's time for important things. Theoretically. Phew, I can feel those flames ablazing from here. Glad you found someone capable, Graha, but there's not much left for you lot to do. Unless you can conjure up that refined adamantite any faster. Oh, ether current! We're out of here! I do trust you to deliver on your promise. I do, only... I hate waiting! I want the adamantite and I want it now! We, share your impatience, I assure you. Is there truly nothing else we can assist with in the meantime? I wish this sitting about's unbearable. Pity the forum frowns on recreational explosions. Well, so long as they can't prove it was premeditated, get you gone. I've mistakes to make. Alright, have fun blowing shit up. In that case, I suppose I should go and return the key to the reactor. I'll have one more look to make sure that nothing has gone wrong, unintentionally or otherwise. I'm certain there are better uses for your time, however. I'll join you in Charlet and Hamlet anon. At least here I can teleport to. Alright, important time stuff. Important stuff time. Yes, good. If you wait here, your companions are bound to turn up sooner or later. Let's go. Long waiting bar.
All set, I take it?
I love how in this expansion, That creepy shit that we saw on the moon was probably the least...
We finished what we could.
The least important part.
Supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board. Once we've readied the ether burner, that is.
Ah, had a feeling we might find you all here.
Our consultations with the Labyrinthos, too, have run their course. Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have, for the most part, been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
All that remains is to wait for the refined adamantite.
Alphino, are you there? It's me, Cryo. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
So where the hell did you get cool shit from exactly?
Forgive the intrusion, Master Fortuner.
Where the hell is this?
News. A great commotion has broken out in Scholar's Harbor. Your presence is requested with all speed.
Oh shit, are we fighting?
Now, where might this delivery be? Oh.
Wow. That's a lot of adamantite. Wow, everyone is here again. Everyone is again here. Oh shit, it's the Prima Vista. Holy shit, it's the Prima Vista.
I'm sure it's very important, but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
No.
By the 12.
Shut the fuck up.
Surely, these can't all be.
Shut the fuck up. We don't care about your permits. We saving the world. Oh, the Exol are here too. And the Sky Pirates from Mach.
Bleeding hellfire. They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Descartes, I love you. I'm glad that you're good now.
Yes, because you were charged with seeing the shipments from Gridania and
What is
Uldar
these two?
here,
What's up with these
along
two?
with
Just
your
fucking
own.
kiss already.
Give credit where credit is due.
Stop it with your fucking routine. Kiss already.
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. An hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamud shard.
I'll have you know I went all the way to the entrance. Furthermore, 'twas my contacts that enabled us to enlist the cooperation
This
of the
is
Sky
not
Pirates.
important. Let's build the Star Destroyer.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due. You did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party.
Your name's Hancock.
Hancock and Saraban. We come bearing relics both sacred and elegant, as well as a few other gifts that may be of help.
A
to be presented
katana.
with best wishes from the Eastern Alliance. Our friends in Bosnia, for instance, have sent along a few artifacts for the brave allies of the Resistance. That's you.
Everyone Everyone is here.
I myself have come with a sacred relic of Racen Temple. 'Twas passing fortunate that Senri's dango craving brought us to Kugane. We arrived precisely as Hancock was making his arrangements. Upon learning of your need, we made haste back to Hell's Lid, with our dango, never fear, and consulted with the other auspices. All consented to the lending of Tenzin's legendary Phoenix Blade for this noble cause.
Kugane!
Suzaku and Seiryu were nevertheless worried that it might be lost in transit, however, and insisted upon accompanying me to Onakoru, where I had intended to entrust it to our Confederate allies. I thought instead to give it over to Hancock when we chanced to cross paths yet again. But alas, Seiryu remained ill at ease and ordered me see the blade into your hands personally or die trying.
Yeah, that sounds like Seiryu.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
Motherfucking Prima Vista.
Fortunately, our majestic associates have been more than helpful. 'Tis an honor to join the Warrior of Light on another adventure, they tell me.
You're not coming with me to the edge of the universe.
That is all wonderful to hear, but what of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino.
Yeah, we took away your signed credit card.
Lord Lolorito
After Stormblood, we took away his credit card.
And thus, the East Aldenard Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gil need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
We funded the venture? When?
Taru! The hero of the
This coin keeper
star!
knows a thing or two about spending.
The hero of the star, Taru. Yes, I love
when it
you.
comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount.
The only capitalist that matters.
We also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement. She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions.
Oh, Mom!
We even had coffers to fill.
Oh, Mom! Oh, Elf Milk!
Mother!
Amelians.
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were
We're too rich. Emeliance is the only rich person that matters.
On your teeny tiny toy boat, now can we? And would be ashamed to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent. Waste not.
Oh my god, I love them! Oh my god!
However did you manage so much
Chaos
in so short a time?
capitalists.
We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways?
The world was ending. You know how it is. Oh, hey! This guy!
You were involved too.
Pretty boy bunny.
I received a letter from Cryo after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlie. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know.
How could it even be
That is why I
betrayal?
chose to
All
help
of
the
this was
science,
just to help with the
combat
spaceship.
the obliteration of those countless undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters. Though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed.
Oh, shut up with your angry dad face. You're the
To make a
worst.
long
They
story
hate you.
short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Oh, hey! Nero! Nero's here! Fuck yes!
What's this about a ship that can
That
fly
silly
to the moon?
twink.
And why didn't you mention it sooner?
I guess Sid's
The
here
one time
too.
you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody
Yes,
ship
Sid's
that
here
can fly to
too.
the moon.
Sid, you brought the team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
Oh, hey! Alpha's here! I just noticed. Alpha's here. Good.
Oh, I nearly forgot. We stopped by Whirlit before coming here and picked up a package from Gaius.
Fuck off. No.
He's still of the mind that actions make for better penance than words, contrite or otherwise.
Alpha and
So we offer
Omega.
none of the latter. What he sent is an Allagan relic Valens used in his weapons experiments. Has a fair bit of refined adamantite in it too.
Can you show me the Star Destroyer now? I want to see the spaceship. Let
As you
me
like us
see.
not to
I would
suspect,
like to
we've
see the
also
spaceship.
brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud shard.
I would like to see the child.
I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kroll's message. So few scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition.
Oh, hoary.
However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's
Poor
treasure
Boulder.
hunters, not least among them. I know. How the Gobbyflock fought. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness. The clash between their machina and the Allagan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the gobby booms.
Gobby booms. Did you really just say
Fascinating as all
gobby
this
booms
is,
with
I
a
fail
straight
to see how it
face?
explains your presence here. Does Razat not have more pressing concerns?
Nah.
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you. Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimond remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words.
I couldn't put
Tis
in the budget to
appropriate
bring
that I
the
aid you in
dragon
kind.
here too.
If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse.
Yeah, what's up with that?
As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere.
So, Midgar Summer's scales are
Thinking
solar
they
panels.
might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent.
Oh, dragon scales. We get solar
Ashdaya's
panels.
answer was silence, as ever.
Wait.
Tiamat and Chris-Velgre, however, responded
How many of the
favorably
brood
to the
are
suggestion.
left?
My sire, too, stirred from his slumber long enough to speak and say, "Very well.
Yeah.
Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all."
Oh, we got Midgar Summer scales. We're gonna put scales on the ship.
To
Good
find
shit.
someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself along.
I would like to see the spaceship.
Fuck me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again.
Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent.
Hey man, I'm gonna need some FTL on this shit.
Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power. What we could blow up.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Are you gonna be a bitch? I'm going to kick your ass.
Yes, Father?
You tell them that you're proud right this second, or I'm going to murder you!
I know not what you seek of Hydaelyn, nor for what purpose you would take command of our ship.
Hot topic, bird girl.
Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
Final boss fight. Final boss fight.
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you.
Oh, finally you're a good dad.
Share your struggles with me. As family.
Good. She doesn't have to pull her claws out. Again.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born.
Oh, come on with this bullshit. We gotta save the world.
My heart might burst. It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage.
And we know that he already knew about the final days.
I had heard the final days foretold.
Yep.
I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures.
What's with your weird hand jewelry?
Exodus would succeed. Must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisoix openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older.
Man, it's really awkward how there's like 50 people watching this. This exchange here.
That he, of all people, would devise
It's really awkward how literally people from around the world are watching this family drama.
A naive hope.
They're just watching silently. There's a turtle there. You see that turtle there? He's watching. You ever have a family dispute and you have to have a turtle watch it?
His doing when he perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you.
And then we took your Glocks.
No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail,
I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path. And
yeah, they did that without having to wait for your approval.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to have come so far.
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures.
Oh, she comes right in with a dagger to the side.
Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Oh yeah, you kind of helped facilitate a coup, huh?
Millions.
Maybe we should leave that detail out. That was a long time ago. That's fucking piano, man.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well.
Yeah, you said some really mean shit. You're
I
a
assumed
dick.
that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular. I see
Blame the
now
fucking
that said
Voitzen, of
influence
course.
Instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today. In which case, I hope you continue to guide them.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
That's what I've been saying.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You've no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
That is a terrible idea. Oh no, Eve's not a motivational speaker. Here we go. With me! Yeah, with me! Let's fucking go! I don't want to hear from Hoary Boulder.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Are we gonna see the spaceship? We finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest is in the engineer's capable hands. Meanwhile, Father has issued to us an invitation. As was agreed, he will reveal the means by which Heidelin may be contacted. We are to meet him at Aporia when we are ready. Given the vital knowledge she holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, that the Forum's method for speaking with her is not without risks. I'm curious to hear what those might entail, but regardless, be warned. Most of those who arrived at the Adamantite have offered to stay and see to any remaining tasks that need doing. The Forum has already asked for my assistance in overseeing the process, so you needn't worry about a thing. Thank you, Tataru. We're off to Aporia then. Aporia then. Alright, Vanna, how's tricks? It's been a while. It's been a few dozen millennia. Evangeline, I've already shown the others inside. You will want to speak with Charlene. She has this key to the lift and can send you down after me. How's Trixvana? Sorry that I had no idea that we were buddies. I can still kick your ass, though. You're with Master Fortunal, yes? Just step inside the lift here. Oh, we're right here in the middle now. From here, we proceed to the heart of Labyrinthos and its most closely guarded secret, Tamazine. It marks the beginning and end of our efforts, once we delve to seek audience with the star, and once we will embark on our journey to the heavens. This way, if you please. Man, everyone that works in Labyrinthos never skips leg day. Leg day is part of their fucking careers. Spaceship time! Spaceship time! Spaceship time! Star Destroyer time! It's time for the Star Destroyer! Are we the baddies? Woo! Wait, I barely got to see it. Show it to me again. I would like to see the spaceship again. Oh, hell. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, that is nice. That is indeed a triangle. Oh, fuck yes. That's so cool. I bid you welcome to Tamazine. Direct your attention towards center to behold the arc over which we have long labored. Does it have a name? As you can see, it was designed as a medium-sized craft, the better to reduce fuel consumption. Miniaturizing magics have been applied to its interior to ensure that the thrust-to-weight ratio does not place too great a limitation on its freight capacity. The ether burner, as you know, has been removed for further modification, but we shall reattach it soon enough. I have received word that Kokal and several of your allies are working on it with an intense fervor. They are sure to see it done. 'Twas by their expertise that many a prior disaster was averted. If anything, I fear they will not afford us much time for speaking with Heidelin ere they finish. Point taken. Let us move on. I must warn you again, however, that even with the benefit of our device, to treat with her is not a simple feat. Hey Vana, sorry it took me so long to text you back. I have done what I can to impress upon you the gravity of what lies ahead. Are you prepared? Maybe. Ah! Ah! Shit! Fuck. Oh, hell.